Don't do that. I have an
And
agreement with the artist. Don't
on
do that.
on that note,
Don't be that
we
guy.
are live.
Fuck you. And
What,
big props to K-Tech Camera.
what a
Actually,
WoW
all
player,
of
am
your
I
artwork.
right?
You are absolutely amazing, and thank you so much for donating some of your tokens to tonight's game of Death House Revamped. We return back to Westenra Manor. I'm so sorry, excuse me, Homewood Manor, where you guys have been gathered to solve the mystery of Lucy Westenra and her three suitors. You know them to be Dr. John Seward, MD, Quincy Morgan, a mysterious Westerner who had a weapon that the church was unable to identify. A fire leg? Some sort of crossbow like mechanism that fired without the aid of a string. And Lord Arthur Holmwood, who previously belonged to a noble house that was very philanthropic in nature. There had been a sudden turn with the disease and death of Lucy Westenra. You guys have been through the upper four floors, and you've found a series of clues that have led you to believe that, as Rose, the dog, was able to confirm to you, that a series of children have been taken into this home and were never seen again. Something awful is happening in this area. You fought your way through a series of challenges and eventually came upon a vampire creature, Thorn. You identified him as such by his stone skin that broke off and how he regenerated those portions of himself when given access to blood. His sister, Rose, who has joined your party, was previously a completely loyal companion. During this fight, she refused to participate. She simply put her head down. She was able to hold off the other creatures in the hallway, but refused to participate in the battle against Thorn himself. She has since returned to your side, and at Elena's direction, went to go and protect Genevieve, who is
What
rejoining
up,
us this
Izzy?
session. Randall, welcome back.
I don't know why I said it like that.
Thanks.
Genevieve, I missed you.
I do have to interrupt our session real quick because I have to say we did miss you. How was Rose get together? How was Rose? Did not mean to say it like that. How was Remnants get together?
It was super fun. It was really great to meet so many people that I've talked to through the whole pandemic and before. And I think it just kind of reaffirmed my thinking that this is a great guild to be a member of.
And I have to say, man, like I feel the same way, and that's why I'm so excited to share this game with you. And you know, I gotta tell you, for all the planning, for all the communication with me back and forth about you having to leave the game for just a hot second and going to hold it down over at the convention, I'm gonna go ahead and say, take 1 point of inspiration. Thank you so much.
Woo! Hot damn.
Let's go.
Hey, I have a question though. I can't see the map. Did you do something to like separate Genevieve
Hey guys, glad you guys are stopping by.
The game is currently
It'll-
paused.
It's about to
1
get
second.
it's about to get real.
out? Oh, is that for
So
everybody?
stay tuned.
Yeah, I'm paused.
You know, there's a possibility that I've messed Genevieve's token. Let me reload him. We're going to the house in the mist. Ah. Because you're not there, that's why.
Oh, okay, okay.
It's cool. Let's go back down. We don't need to deal with the outside of Homewood Manor right now. Oh, well, why not? Let's go. Let's have fun. It's a good time.
I don't like it when you
Genevieve.
say "let's have fun." That's terrifying to me.
You went to sleep that evening. Why are you still gone? Griff, where are you right now? What do you see?
At a loading screen.
You're in a loading screen. That's fine.
I'm in
so
the
sorry.
cellar.
Okay, I'm in.
No worries. You'll be here shortly.
That sucks.
I'm in the crypt where Genevieve had that whole brain blast Jimmy Neutron moment with some dark dude.
Sure. And Genevieve, I'm so sorry, but we're going back to a brain blast Jimmy Neutron moment. Genevieve, you went to sleep during our last long rest, and all of our last party members assigned their various pets to keep you comfortable as they will. Elena, at a nod, gave Rose her permission to go and be your pillow. Nox grabbed a blanket and tugged it up on top of you. Anubis himself settled down, and he was leaning up against you
Hi,
like your
Victory.
thigh was a pillow, but
Thanks
he
for
was
stopping
also
by.
kind of holding it down like your sentry guy, like, don't get near her. No, no, no. Genevieve, you are very comforted by your friends surrounding you and keeping you comfortable during your rest time period. But again, you remembered this room, this stone mossy walls all around you, pillars alongside the wall with shadows that dance around. It seems like they're hiding behind the pillars, poking their heads back out and disappearing. And as you look around and you see the glimmering torchlight, you realize there's no fire in this room. You have no idea what's making that glimmering light. There's no one source that's bright and glimmering with emanation echoing outward. The room itself is just pulsing. You can see that it's shining off of the water below. There's algae swimming underneath.
It's always a good reason to watch people play
The
D&D,
steps that
so
lead
you
up to
don't
the
have to do
pedestal
things.
are mossy.
Oh,
And
we
at the
are
very
happy that
top,
you're here.
where the moss grows darkest, you can see that there's a line of crimson blood. It's deeper and thicker as it makes its way up along the stone altar in front, where 4 manacles hang from the top of the ceiling, as if to suspend a creature above this table. To the eastern side of the room, you note again that hole in the wall, as tall as a man's height and half again as wide. Whatever went through there must have been massive, and you realize that it's going down further into the ground. Genevieve, you wait for just a minute, and a minute more, and you realize that whatever's in this room hasn't noticed you yet. What do you do?
Can I sneak over to the hole and try and figure out where it goes? And also
Absolutely.
look around and see if there's any other entrances or exits.
Okay, as you go over there, I'm going to have to ask you to divide your attention. You can give me a survival check to see what might be inside of that hole, going into and out of. As you look down at the trails, what might be disturbing the rocks along the walls. Or you can give me a perception check to see what other entrances and exits might be into this room. Choose.
So I can't actually see my character yet.
Can you open your character sheet from the
Fourth tab.
Yeah,
over
Tycho's
to the
really good at that. He's a really good one. It's been super
left.
fun.
Oh, my lost souls.
There we go. Thank you. Usually I just click on my token. There we
Sure. There are times where I'm going to ask you guys to be like, hey, it's theater of the mind, let's go. I say theater of the mind. Okay.
So you wanted perception and what else?
I wanted one or the other.
Okay.
For perception checks, you're looking around as you're seeing the exits and entrances into the room to your left-hand side, which, and I'll remind the group out of character, we have agreed when we're determining directions here, because things can be varied depending on who's in what perspective in the map. Left is west, right is east, up is north, down is south. That's going to be universally the direction, no matter what any other module says. We're going to go by the map when we're looking at that. So to your left, to the west, Genevieve, you can see a portcullis, an iron gate. You can see that there is a lever to the side of it, and you can't see. With a 13, you can see that the lever on the inside of the gate controls that gate. It's inside this room. It can't be accessed from the outside, at least not to your perspective. You don't know if it goes up or down or inside or outside or swinging in or out. You simply know that the portcullis and the lever are connected to the left or west side of the room.
Okay. And I assume the lever's too far away to like reach through the bars.
At the moment, Genevieve, as you reach out and you pull to the lever, you realize that you have no physical form at this point. You are simply a disembodied entity moving around this room. And at this moment, you get a creeping feeling. A trail along the back of your neck. You don't have a physical form, but if you did, sweat would be crawling down your brow. You. Welcome back.
Oh dear, oh dear.
11 hours remain, and then I'm dragging you to hell.
Why?
My bride hungers. One must die. And with that, Genevieve, you are jettisoned back to your body. You wake up in a cold sweat. Your body shoots upright. And you find that you were using Rose for a pillow. As you shoot upright, Era, using Noctis stat block, give me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Real quick, my game still paused and I still see the crypt. Am I supposed to be seeing that?
Oh, we're
You
loading.
are. I'm reloading back to the area that we were in. Because it's a dream sequence, I don't want to penalize you for time. I'll
Oh,
start
okay.
the timer again when we get back in here. Your 11 hours are precious. I wouldn't want to rob you.
Check your saving throw again. Sorry.
Saving throw, please. It's happening to him, not something that he's attempting to do.
Victor, if you ping Tycho
While she's
in
doing that, I
our
accidentally clicked the
community
button, I
Discord,
don't know
he can
where,
kind of
and
break
I
it down
lost
for you.
My
He's part of the
character
ESO group.
roles out of character chat window. How do I open that back?
You're fired.
I mean, that's
I'm
kind of how I
kidding.
feel like.
No, you're purple. You have an A by your name. You should be here. I need to get your character tokens out here is what I need to do. Are y'all's characters out here?
No.
Mine
Mine
is-
is. I see mine.
Really? I need to reload then. I'm sorry. It's alright, guys. One of the downsides of Foundry, occasionally I'm simply going to need to reload.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to refresh.
So, Izzy, what'd you get?
I got a 10.
Awesome.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, damn.
That's not good.
Genevieve, as you shoot bolt upright in a cold sweat, Noxus goes flying across the room. Andraste, do you have access back to your character sheets?
I do have my
Brandon
character
Miller,
sheet.
what's
I do
up,
not have
fam?
roll. I like the chat window or anything, but I can roll.
Cool.
Victor, are
cool.
you part of ROH?
I'm gonna ask you, can you see Anubis's stop blocks?
No, because he's still gone. Oh no, we just rested.
Yeah. During the course of that long rest, guys, if you haven't done it already, I need you to go ahead and deduct what you would be taking from your incense and stuff like that. Those uses that we've denoted in your inventory. I think we put use of Find Familiar, and then under the description we were like 10 GP worth of incense and crap.
Hold on, the forge logged me out for some reason.
Honestly, I'm getting a black screen as well.
Yeah, I hit F5 to refresh and it kicked me out completely.
I still see game paused and I only see Rose.
That's cool. I'm back here now. Now, you see exactly what you're meant to see, Genevieve. And I apologize to you guys again. This is one of the reasons that I'm so badly wanting to get my stream up and running. Because from
That
the
makes
DM's
sense.
perspective,
We're all part
I
of a
see
big gaming community, and he's one of the guys.
so
in
that
it.
I'm going to be able to have the observer status on everyone's tokens
you can have
and be able to
Izzy
show the
kinda get you
audience
in
what
contact
everyone
with
is
Tycho.
seeing. Genevieve, the reason that you can't see anyone right now is because the only native sources of light to you are the torch in the northeast corner of the room, and then Rose is the only character within your line of sight. I'm going to really quickly move you to the right a little bit. And now you should be able to see Elena to yourself.
But I definitely appreciate you stopping by. It'll
You're
be a
in
good game for sure.
serpentine-ish hallway.
I'm trying to fix my screen.
There is a, you just crossed through the dining hall. There is a plain wooden table flanked by long benches, and you can see strewn on the floor these moldy humanoid bones. Elena remarks to you, they left you out of this fight, Genevieve. They didn't want to risk anything happening to you. Well, you were a bit tired. Had to sit this thing out, had to your pillboxes are very complicated, and it took you a minute to go through them all, so you sat that fight out with Rose, as Elena directed her to guard you. And the party fought a humanoid figure chewing on what appeared at first glance to be a leg of mutton. It licked its lips hungrily, and its tongue went all along its head, creeping along the top of its forehead up into its scalp before wiping down along its chin and bringing back a piece of flesh back into it. You realize by Elena's description that that was probably a toe with a nail.
It wasn't no mutton. I'm trying to reload, by the way.
Yeah, I'm sitting at a gray screen.
And I'm so sorry, guys. Sometimes the Forge just hates me.
That's fair.
I think
And we're gonna continue
Victory
on with a little bit of
I
theater of
think
the mind
he's
action.
between
Please do check out Ben's screen if you're
25
able
and
to.
35
for
per
the
player
stream
per
there.
session.
Again,
depending
I
on if you do a 3 or
apologize. I
4
hope
hour
that this will
session.
be better when I get my own personal stream up and running. And I appreciate you guys for working with this for Theater of the Mind stuff. I can look at your stat block and just ask you to roll a d20 or whatever. Griff, you went down the northern hallway. You were looking at a 4-way crossroads, but you decided to go to the north. Sitting in this area, you notice that there were 2 items. One was a green and yellow box. And this box, you weren't sure what was in it. You handed it off to Elena. Thought that she might be able to make more use of it, along with a heavy iron box. Elena, you opened up this box, and before you did, you picked it up, and you thought about shaking it for a second. You thought really hard about shaking the contents of this box, and you're like, no, I'm not gonna do that. That would be silly. Opened it up. And you realize that there are 3 delicate spherical objects sitting on a gray foam bed. The box itself, Elena, looks incredibly hard to penetrate. Like it's meant to sustain a lot of damage. The green and yellow box says 18.1 mm. You're not sure what that means. Elena, what's your experience with the military? I don't mean you, the player. I mean you, the character, Elena. What is her experience with her? It doesn't have to be her country. It could even be in her experience as a mercenary if she were taking.
I'm sorry, guys. Foundry's just not being nice to me for some reason. Oh, never mind. There we go.
Even likely she's like my history is being more traveler. She's done some security work, done some mercenary work, but being in the military, nah, they make really.
It's 25 per player per session for a 3-hour session, and I think it's like 30 or 35 per player per session for a 4-hour session with Tycho.
Let's go, buddy.
Cool.
Yeah.
Elena came to play. Okay.
Yep.
Heck yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. The rogue has some dice tonight, ladies and gentlemen. All right.
At least someone does.
Elena.
She really does like things to go boom.
Elena, you realize that your instincts to not shake that box were incredibly correct. Everything in this area is incredibly explosive.
So
You look inside the first bit, the green and yellow box, the one that reads 18.1 mm. This reads 18.1 millimeter. This is a box of shotgun shells.
Ooh.
Elena,
Oh.
this box has been used. Someone has taken shells out of this box. There are 4 shells remaining.
Too bad none of
Wow.
us bought the shotgun.
I was just thinking that. I was like, means there's a shotgun to either be found or purchased, in which case there is a whole bunch of money hidden here.
This is something that you can.
Yeah, I have hotkeys on my stream deck. It makes it easy to talk to chat. Izzy.
You're doing enough right now. Griff, as the person that has so kindly handed this off to her, I'm going to ask you to open up the journal, please.
You got it. Okay.
Griff, inside the journal. So sorry, I didn't actually drop it. Griff, inside the journal, at the it's like third from the top there, under loot in inventory, you're going to read a memo. I'd like you to read that out for us, please.
Warning. Live fire testing range. Secure all weapons and spell ingredients to your person before leaving the room. There is a small handwritten note at the bottom of the memo. Quincy, this means you. I hid your bombs in my room. This note was found in the secret basement of Homewood Manor.
That's secret text. You're not supposed. I'm just kidding. Elena, you consider this information, and you look at 3 spherical objects in front of you. With the 17, you aren't able to infer exactly what these items are. The first item that you see in front of you, you see that it has a glowing yellow dot in the middle of it. The fuse on the top of it looks like it's more for show. It doesn't actually appear to be flammable. It doesn't appear to be bending or any sort of a wire or rope or anything like that. It appears to be more of a sensor. You get the impression that if you throw this thing, it's going to make a big old bright flash. This second item that you're holding appears to be a black object that has spikes all over it. You get the impression that had you shook that box, if you did not have your background that you do, you probably would have been in some serious trouble. You get the impression that you should be handling this thing with very delicate care. Do not drop this. The last of the 3 spherical objects that you can see in this box appears to have a long wick to it. This doesn't appear to be the sort of thing that's going to shatter on impact. Instead, it appears to be more of a sack that is going to do something once you light the fuse. Elena, in your experience as a thief, you're more than familiar with this particular item. This is a smoke grenade.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
You can throw this at a point up to 60 feet away. You can decide to have this activate immediately when you throw it, or at the top of the round after it lands at the point you choose. What's happening mechanically in this moment, Elena, is you're either going to take out the fuse and chuck it, or you're going to light the fuse and then you're going to throw it. And you're going to watch as it goes off shortly. The smoke grenade is a wonderful item that's often used as thieves sneak their way into locations. When it activates, it emits a cloud of smoke that creates a heavily obscured area in a 20-foot radius. Beware. A moderate wind will disperse the smoke in 4 rounds. A strong wind disperses it in 1 round. It's still highly effective in combat, but it's one of those items that you might want to use tactically when you're sneaking in and out. You're like, 4 rounds. That means I have 240 seconds to get in here and do everything that I want to do. Can I haste? Can I visibility? Can I get in there, lock pick it, and then Misty step my way out? It's a tactical item. The other 2 items You're not entirely sure what they do, but you can't wait to throw them at somebody.
I'm looking forward to that right now.
Hell yeah.
Excuse me, just a minute. I need to. I'm so sorry. It's just a background issue. I will do the rolls for you when it happens, but you do have a smash bang and a schmagmentation grenade in your inventory that we're gonna deal with later.
Yay!
Griff, you open up the door, and in front of you, you can see that there is a man who stands with his hand upon a wolf. It appears to be one of those gigantic stuffed wolves that you found upstairs on the first floor
Oh,
of
great.
the Homewood Manor's den. The wolf growls.
The wolf's about to
doesn't
get a
move.
flail in the place.
He does not move. He stays exactly where he is. The man who is holding him, has his hand on top of him, he appears to be. He's got a very handsome, rugged face. The armor that he's wearing appears to be meant to allow him to move. Griff, I'd like you to give me an insight check as you look at the creature before you, please. I'd like you to give me an animal handling check as well, because you're looking at not just the man, but also the creature that he's hanging out with.
So you want insight?
Okay, I need just a minute. Elena, the thing that you're looking at right there, on the very right-hand side at the top, you're gonna see an arrow. Oh, well, now I did it. Why can't I bring that back?
Yeah, I was looking for the arrow, I was trying to find it, and I can't find the arrow. Like,
Well,
or even,
that's
there's
super.
not even like a drag button.
I just collapsed mine and can't get it back either.
Don't do it. No one do that.
No, would yeah,
late.
please.
Too late.
Oh, we all did it, didn't we?
What's
I did it
happening?
before the second, right after we saw Bence's thing.
Did we all just do that, really?
See, this is what happens when you have a bunch of nerds together. We're like, well, I'll figure it out. Click. Shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to refresh and see if that helps.
Yeah, reloading brought it back.
Did it really?
For me, it did.
Okay, you know what? Let me close out, and I will entirely come back in.
Okay, I really need mine to reload.
It's a
So
night
outside.
of technical difficulties.
This really is the most that we've had since we started playing, and
It
I
is.
apologize.
Streamlabs also doesn't want to show my my stream chat on my screen, so it's just a blank box. It looks like no one's talking to me.
I blame the Russians.
Damn
Um,
Russians.
That is, in fact, a refresh does bring the menu back. So
Mine
at least
didn't.
it did for me.
Mine didn't.
Mine's like, no. You closed your window. In fact, mine
Yeah,
said,
fine.
you don't have permission to change anything. Oh, okay, if you close out every... Nope, still doesn't.
Alright, that's cool. That's cool. Hey, Griff. Do you happen to have any physical dice with you?
There we go. Do I have physical dice?
Wait, do you have access to your sheet now? Did it reload for you?
I've had my sheet the whole time. I'm the only one that had my sheet the whole time.
I have my
Excellent. Then
sheet.
I'm
And
not
just-
going to. I'm not gonna worry about this. I'm still reloading myself.
Oh, now
so
it's
go
working.
ahead and roll for me, please.
Yo,
and
what
let me know.
up, Victory?
Give
I'm
me
doing
an
alright,
animal
bro.
handling check
It
and
wasn't
an
loading
insight
on
check,
my screen for
please.
whatever
Let me know what
reason.
you get.
I did insight. I'm gonna be honest on this one, and I rolled a nat 1 because I'm a goddamn champion.
I
No,
love
you
it.
didn't. No,
You're
you didn't.
awesome.
You rolled a 2. and
Oh, I rolled
minus one
a
multiplier.
2 minus 1. I'm still a piece of shit. I'm sorry.
It's
Fantastic.
better than a
It's
crit
not,
one.
it's not a crit 1.
That
Exactly.
is exactly right. These tiny nuances matter.
How about a 2? Let's go, baby. 1, 2. If we were playing golf, y'all would be fucked.
Thank you so much for that. Fantastic. And for your animal handling, please.
I got a 2 for my animal.
You can't even say it. No wonder you got a 2.
I got a 1 on my insight because clearly I know what I'm thinking. and I got a 2 on my animal handling because why not?
Okay. The creature in front of you, the dire wolf from before, appears to be identical from the ones upstairs, is acting very unusually. This does not register with you. You wonder to yourself what it would be like to have a direwolf pet. The man standing on top of it
Dude, right?
is
It's terrible. I'm just rolling like a champ.
goddamn stylish. You wonder to yourself if you could somehow adapt his leather duster to fit over your huge chrome cloak. You think to yourself that, wow, yeah, I could probably make this work.
Jesus Christ, it made me look like sound like a model. I'm just like, oh, it's furry and it goes woof, and that jacket looks sick.
I can't help it, man. You're gorgeous. It is what it is. It's life.
Oh,
Yeah.
God. Yeah.
Creature in front of you. The man with the leather brim hat smiles, says, You've been causing quite a ruckus. Been getting pretty loud out there, and I'd like you to keep it the hell down.
I'm gonna look back and I'm gonna be like, you Myron, bro?
Griff's over there like, so about your coat, man,
It's-
and about that hat.
Square up, boy.
I was just about to ask,
See what you've got.
can I hit it before he attacks me? Excuse me,
guys
square up,
Actually,
boy.
there's this moment where you guys are having kind of a face-off, all right? You guys are doing this circling thing around the room. It's pretty dramatic. Griff, you've got the Morning Star out. You're
I am
dropping
a
down by your side,
variant
and,
human, Boros Legionnaire. Flame
it's
Paladin.
actually a pretty hardcore moment. Man in front of you looks down and says, "All right, let's see what you've got."
I'm gonna kind of shrug my shoulders off a little bit and do a little warm up stretch right quick, and I'm gonna crack my neck real loudly, and I'm just gonna look at him dead in his stupid eyes with his sick coat and gonna be like, "That coat's mine."
My man, roll for initiative.
Sweet baby Jesus.
Yeah. Okay.
Totally wasn't standing behind Griff.
I have to ask before I crank up the battle music and do all that other fun stuff. I'm having some issues.
No worries.
I don't have my buttons on.
Boros Legionnaire is part of the Magic the Gathering universe.
Reload the page in the browser.
I'm going to assume that this is a Forge issue. You motherfucker. It showed them to me for just a second, and then they all
Yeah.
disappeared.
It says that I do not have permission to update setting nums. And then closes out my window.
Mick num num nums. That is a technical term for all of those that are watching that have no idea what she's talking about. It's above your pay grade. Don't worry about it.
It really is. You just don't need to worry about it and just trust we know what's going on.
Oh, I
Fantastic.
closed my tab. No, it was fine, and then it went whoop over to the side. Because I
Okay.
have X'd out of the whole tab and then went.
Yeah, it's I'm a big MTG fan. I played for a long time. And the DM was kind enough to let me kind of expand into the MTG universe.
Physical dice on my side, but you guys know that I have a policy of, like, you can see my dice.
You're
because
rolling
if
in the
I kill
open.
you, I kill you.
Yeah.
I trust you.
I mean, you've seen it before. I don't pull punches, and even when I suck,
If I had a Black Lotus, I'd probably retire, to be honest. But I mean, your lingo's close.
what happens?
I tried using the pinned link. Didn't work. Thought it was going to.
Cool. It's cool. It's cool.
I really don't know what happened.
Son of a Bitch, I had it for just a second. Okay.
Yeah, like it actually shows it to me. I see all the buttons that I could click, and it takes it away.
And then it goes away, right? That's
Yeah.
fine. Whatever. Whatever.
It's like I could click on my character sheet through my character and click the buttons to roll, but then I don't know what I will roll.
Yeah.
Damn. I'm so sorry. I'm not prepared to run that. I simply
Yeah, basically that's what it is. It's like the most expensive NTG card ever sold.
fires. Give me a second. I'm going to Forge VTT's Discord to see what's happening here.
As he logs into Forge Discord, there's just a bunch of messages in general chat from the mods that are just like, everything's on fire, we don't know why.
I know everybody lost their damn buttons.
This is fine, this is all fine, we're fine.
Pretty much sums up what's happening right now in our life.
Facts.
Honestly, no one's having any issues since 5:20 p.m. today.
I call liar.
Hey Tycho,
Everybody logged out,
follow-up
they decided to
question.
Use, real dice.
Follow-up question. Did you get into an altercation with anybody from Foundry?
Oof.
Did you tell them that pineapple goes on pizza?
Oof.
I told them they weren't allowed in my Harry Potter game, and like.
Oh, well, that sums it up. I'd be mad at you
It
too.
does.
They're like, click. Let's see how well you run this game now, biatch.
Nick, what's up, brother? Good to see you, homie.
I'm gonna try to like right-click the battle thing as soon as it comes up. Because no, wait, because that doesn't help everyone.
Like I hit the main button at the very top left. Everything goes away.
We are having technical difficulties with Foundry right now, which is the software that we use on through Chrome, and so I'm the only one that can roll right now. So we're trying to figure it out.
Who's watching? We can probably
Yeah,
like chill for a minute. Let me put on some calmer music than that.
No, man, I need to get amped. I'm about to whoop Van Helsing wannabe's ass. Talking
You're in, like,
shit
a
about me.
Western showdown, you know.
You
I-
really are
I-
though. Like he's ready to whip your ass.
Nah,
I mean,
he's not
kinda
ready
like
for
the
this.
Seller of Doom, so he's not really Van Helsing. He's more like Van Suckett.
He's not ready for this. That's all I'm gonna say.
Alright. I'm gonna go to the modules, and there's two things that I can think of that are fucking with you while we're doing this. One of them is the sidebar resizer. I use it so that you guys can pull it out and put it. Loot sheet. No, none of that would have anything to do with it. And Ben, take this as a lesson. Put
Hey,
in
Nick,
as few modules as
Peep
possible.
the hoodie, man.
Sure.
You like it? If you can see it, here, I'll stand it. Huh? Huh? So a horse walks into a bar.
Can do it.
There's no joke to that. That was just a statement.
Oh, okay.
Just waiting for why the long face.
Okay, so there's two modules that I can think of that are doing this, and I have deleted both of them. Then I've updated everything, and then I'm gonna stop their server and then restart it. This is probably gonna kick you guys all out.
It better not. Oh, never mind. It did it immediately.
So does that mean Van Helsing wannabe takes initiative?
I rolled
I'm
an
not sure.
I rolled an
Surprise
18.1.
round?
Ooh.
We log back in and Griff's just on the floor unconscious.
Oh,
Hey,
God, well.
hey! I would appreciate the vote of confidence, Benz.
Well,
God.
like everybody turned out the lights right at the last second, and baby, you're big and strong, but you're not exactly graceful.
I don't need to be graceful. I got an execute flail. You should be terrified.
that-
All of you should be
that-
terrified,
really
especially
Maybe
does,
smite.
especially
With
when
the
my
spin cloak.
if my insight is 1, but I have a 1-hit kill weapon. All of you should be fucking terrified.
I gave him.
True.
I told the subreddit like what item I gave him, and they were like, "Why?"
Hey! Need I remind all of you that I Elmer Fudd my big ass around a fucking stealth check last time? So show some respect, all right?
That is true. That is true.
Still the best moment thus far.
It was adorable. All right, I'm gonna ask everyone to please reload, and then let's see what happens.
Does that mean I get to re-roll my initiative?
Everyone's gonna have to roll your initiative because I didn't see that shit before, and I'm so sorry. But
Back.
if I didn't see it, it didn't happen.
I mean,
that sucks.
it wasn't.
It's
It was
back
a.
and I can move.
It was a moderate. It was a moderate roll. It was 18.1.
Was it really an 18.1?
I swear, I will screenshot it right now. It was
Go
18.1.
I don't know.
Go ahead, it's fine. I will. Hold on a second. Let me change you right now.
Look, see, Benz has got.
Wait, you got
the
it again?
permission to update setting magmanoms.
He didn't update his settings. He just it came up 18.1 again.
I didn't roll though. I only rolled that once. I can re-roll if you really want me to.
Yes, that's fine. No, it is what it is. Let's do this thing. All right then.
Still trying to log in anyway.
Then we're gonna wait. So sorry. I don't
Yeah,
want to.
Nick,
have
you're right in
anything else.
time, bro. Because I'm about to whoop this Van Helsing wannabe's ass. He's talking shit, and it's gonna get ugly.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, Rose.
What did you? How come I'm not seeing everybody's rolls now?
Because you're not in it. Did you
Griff is.
back out and go back in? Because it doesn't say Griff is in here to me.
Nah, Griff is here.
I'm gonna refresh because I was the only one that didn't.
Now it's in. He just now came into me.
Okay, there we go.
Cool.
Updated setting.
So
I updated my settings. Apparently. Okay, now do you want me to
alright
roll?
then. Right now I have you in as an 18.1. Do
Okay.
you see everything?
Yes. Yeah, we're Gucci.
Excellent. Okay. At the very top of the round, before anything else happens, Elena.
Victory, I have
open
my
Rose's
stats up on the
stat
screen
block,
if you want to read them,
please.
bud.
Rose is nowhere to be seen.
Rose should be right. Oh, I see. She's in the corner. There you go. Have Rose give me a perception check, please.
Big money, no whammies.
I can't open up her sheet.
Do you not own Rose? You should.
I should own Rose. You should own
That's
Rose.
fine. Rose, you're my baby. It's okay.
Really?
I'm gonna do a perception check right
It's
now,
probably-
just for the sake of keeping the game moving, and then we're gonna move on. Rose with a perception check of 18.
It's probably because I'm playing on a ultra
has
wide
the
2K
ability to
monitor,
keen
and
hear
I had to
smell,
squish
so
it
she
to get
has
it to
advantage
fit.
on that check. That's fine with an 18. Elena, she's tugging on your leg. She's alerting you to something that's happening in the room behind you.
Oh boy.
Hmm.
We begin. Era, what do you do?
Hi.
And I'm so sorry, I need to back this up. Era, our
Yes.
pale wizard fighter, sitting atop your broom of flying, with its red leash draped across your lap like a seatbelt, wielding a gold longsword and a pistol with several.
I can tell you that I
modifications to
have
it.
just an assload of
10
AC.
feet in the air. What do you do?
And my strength is fairly high, and I deal just an ungodly amount of damage, and I'm very, very hard to hit.
I don't know about the stuff behind me. I don't like the dire wolf that just kind of came to life in front of me. So I'm gonna attack that guy.
Huh?
I am going to attack with my gun Matilda for 3 shots.
Go for it.
Big money. Let's go. Good
I'm
rolls.
gonna say you can hold down Alt and then you can
gonna say.
left click the target so that you
I
can
just-
select it. Right it.
Okay.
Hey, Tycho, my game's paused. There we go.
I sincerely apologize. Go for it.
Mm. Well,
I mean, it's just you. Slow, bitch. No.
Controller Alt for disadvantage.
Control, please.
This is
Control
so this
disadvantage,
campaign's a
Alt
one shot.
disadvantage.
So we all are locked to level 3. So it's about as high as I could possibly get it, honestly.
Okay. That absolutely hits. Give me 2 more, please. Okay. 1 and then 2 and then I believe I need
Had
one
the
more
opportunity
attack.
to get it to 21 with
I clicked
splint
it, but
armor,
just
but I
didn't
gave
go,
it to
so
one of my
that's why I
party
said
members so that they could bring their AC up.
I felt like I saw one. I think that they happened back to back era, like too close together. You know what I mean? So that an attack registered, the damage from that attack registered, and I didn't get a chance to get damage from the second attack. So the second attack did hit. I need you to give me damage again. That's 1d8 plus 2 for you.
That was a 3 for the second one.
You did see it?
Yeah, it's
It's up
on
there?
my bar.
Excellent.
First attack was a 14 to hit with 3 damage. Second attack was a 17 to hit, 3 damage.
You know it.
Wow.
I
okay. That's a
gotta make
plus
sure
2,
my
so
party
those were
members are taken
ones.
care of.
And then last one was a 9 to hit.
Okay, so then I need to add in. I see what you're saying. Okay, cool. Era, you take your gun. You're not sure exactly what's happening with this wolf in front of you, but you can see by the way that it's growling at Griff as it's circling around this side, getting ready to attack Griff and flanking him. You're like, no, we're gonna play fair in this house. You fire 3 times. The wolf tries to dodge you, but you shoot it 3 times in the flank, in the meat of its side. You can see red mist come up out of it. They're successful hits, but as you hit into the muscle of it, it's done a decent amount of damage, but it's got plenty of fight left. Any movement, Era?
Yes, I will move into the room.
Okay. And as you zoom into this particular cabin, you can see that the ceiling is about 20 feet high in this area. In front of you, to the right-hand side, in front of Griff and between him and the hooded, the leather dusted figure, you can see that there are these pillars that are raising up to the sky. All 20 feet they're raising up there. They would, if you're aiming at a creature that's behind them, would provide a +2 to their AC as they'd be behind 1/4 cover.
All right. 20 foot. I'm not in the direwolf's range at the moment, am I?
At 10 feet up? No, you are not. You're flying above it.
That's what I thought. I am going to go. So I've moved 5 feet. I'm gonna do another. I'm gonna do another 5 feet up. So that would be 15 feet total.
Okay.
And then so that's 10. That would be a total 30,
Okay.
40.
Okay. That's
And that's
you.
where I will stay for that one.
Okay, is that your
now
turn?
Nox. Yes.
Where's Nox?
don't know.
Nox! He's here. I'm so sorry. One moment. You're 21.14, so 21.13. Nox is right behind you. What does Nox do?
Nox is gonna come and give I'm gonna say advantage on attacking the guy like fly
Yeah,
in and
so
pull
I'm
back.
super down. Yeah, I'm 100% down. I love that, but I just need to do some quick calculations for where he's going to be able to end up at. So just 2 seconds.
Oh yeah,
Because
I
he's
don't know
back
where
here
Nox
by
is.
Genevieve. Honestly, he's been my Genevieve. Anubis and Genevieve has been glued to her the entire time. So Genevieve
Yes.
is like back here in this area, and then Nox has a movement speed of 40 feet flying. So
Yeah.
30, 35, 40. Fuck. No, that's 45 feet according to the system. So, so, Izzy, Nox's 40 feet puts him here. I don't know if you want to get him there, because he'd be like, at maximum, because something Pythagoras, he'd be like fucking 10 feet up right now.
He
Do
said
you want
something,
him there?
Pythagoras.
Something
I'm dead ass serious.
Pythagoras.
Diagonal is hard in D&D.
A squared plus B squared equals C squared.
No, A squared plus B squared equals who gives a shit.
I will mute you. I'm kidding. Era, is that okay with you? That is the maximum that he could go. Do you want him to be back in the hallway, or is that okay? He can give advantage against the next person to hit the wolf.
I was gonna say, then I'll get the wolf instead this turn.
That is Nox's turn. Ibu, what do you do?
I'm gonna take a step to the right here so I can see.
Sorry to interrupt you. Rose is being moved. Griff, you're on deck.
Let's go, baby.
Ibu, go ahead.
Chat, sit
Man,
tight.
that wolf
It's my turn next. It's about to get real.
Okay.
Someone's about to get
I'm
bitch
just gonna
slapped.
step where I am and outside of the door, not hearing anything going on behind me with Rose alerting to what's back there. I'm just gonna cast Toll the Dead on this wolf that's right in front of me.
Absolutely. You know this creature should be injured. You pull up you hold your hand out in front of you. You summon up your Druidcraft skill, and you can see a flower blossom in front of you. And as everyone looks at it, you realize that the flower blossoming in your hand is a bell blossom. As the bell blossom blooms, it echoes out, bong. And I believe it needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
That is correct.
It fails with a 6.
And I roll an extra d4.
Yeah, you do. Get that.
Ooh.
Okay, so additional 2 on top of that. The bell blossom echoes out, and you can see that the wolf itself is rocked to its core. It's shaking and vibrating back and forth. Its very bones are rocking. Ibu, the flower dissipates into energy in front of you. There's nothing left behind of the vines that were once in your palm. Any movement?
If I go in any closer, I'll be in melee, right?
You will, yes. The wolf appears to be putting its body in front of anything that might be getting in front of it and its master in the leather cloak.
You know what? I want to give Genevieve a way to look in here, so I'm going to have to move in.
Okay.
And I will move here and then over 1 to...
You are not in
space.
Nox's space, because he's above you. I'm just moving him out.
Okay. And I'll stay put right here. That gives Genevieve at least a line of sight.
Okay.
That's it. That's my turn.
All right. With a... Yeah, that's your turn. Griff, what do you do?
You already know what it is.
Yeah, I do.
Because this dude was talking shit, so he's about to get
There he
smacked
is.
in the mouth. So we're going to...
I need a second. I need everyone to hold up 1 second. Elena, I don't see you in initiative.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, Griff.
No, you're good. I had a quick question about Divine Favor real quick.
In 1 moment, please.
Is you know what? With all that business, my familiar's not out. Hang on.
Okay, Elena, deal with that. I'll get the monkey back into initiative in just a minute. Griff,
Cool.
please continue. Thank you.
So Divine Favor, as a bonus action,
Hmm.
so I can use that as my bonus action every turn and roll another 1d4 for radiant damage instead of shoving them to the ground
Until the spell ends.
for 1 minute.
That looks legal. Hang on 1 second.
Because that's essentially just a smite that's not taking up a spell slot every time I cast it.
Look, man, I'm all about you doing damage. I'm into it. But hang on 1 second. I just gotta double check what you're saying. Because I do see, yeah, Divine Favor, first level evocation spell. Yeah.
Because I also have Shield of Faith, which I can buff somebody every turn for 10 minutes. If that's...
Yeah, it's hot. That doesn't even say that it has any fucking concentration on it.
No, there's nothing. That's why I wanted to get clarification.
Okay, Griff. You pull out your sensor, and as you do, you wave it in front of you.
I'm just
And you can see
waiting.
the
I still
divine
have to
wings
slap
of
him in the
angel.
face first. I was just
Wait.
asking before I cast that.
You have
That's...
to do this beforehand.
Oh, you have to bonus action beforehand?
Yeah, until the spell ends, your weapon attacks deal an extra 1d4 radiant damage on a hit. You can't do it afterward.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's do it. Fuck this guy.
Cool. That's a condition of the spell. As you pull out the sensor in front of you and you wave it out, you can see the body of the winged angel Razia in the fire in front of you. What do you say to her in that moment? No one can hear this. It's just you thinking and empowering yourself. It's an ideal that you're calling on as you ask Razia to guide your blow.
I'm gonna kind of close my eyes for 2 seconds, which is a big no-no in the battlefield, but I'm a badass, so I can do it. And I'm just gonna kind of send up a quick like, mate this heretic atone for his sins. That's probably what he's gonna something along those lines.
You know that there are children down here being injured, and although Razia is not a god that specifically protects children, Razia is a god that enjoys the heat of battle and retribution. This is an occasion that calls for retribution. Make your attack with advantage.
With advantage.
Bring that holy smite.
How about nah?
So,
Okay.
so
And with
Genevieve.
advantage, please.
oh, you get to
One
do
moment, please, before you do that, Genevieve.
So again, you said?
Again, because your prayer to Razia has been answered, and you're doing this with advantage. A natural 1, by the way, always misses, no matter what.
That looks better.
Better.
But a 21's gonna hit with 7 bludgeoning damage, and then a 1d4 on top of that. Please give me your 1d4.
Let's go.
Excellent. You whip this thing out through the air, and as it goes around your shoulder, the creature in front of you holds up his weapon as if to block, and you smirk at him. It's a feint. You raise up your right elbow, and the chain whips back around the other way and uses the momentum to smash this thing in the side of the head. It does not ignite in flame at first. And then afterward, a bolt of fire comes down from the heavens, hitting it in the side. He stumbles back a little bit, regains his footing, glares at you. Is that your turn?
Bonus action's done. No movement. Yeah, that's good.
Okay. The wolf. Yeah. All right then. Cool. So, the wolf is going to snap its fangs and bite. But instead of causing damage, it looks like it's going to incapacitate. Ibu, make me a contested athletics check or acrobatics check.
Acrobatics or athletics?
You got it.
You got this, Ibu.
Ibu, you jump up into the air. As you do, the wolf drops its fangs around either one side of your right kneecap and slams you into the ground. You hold your hands out, your shield slams into the ground, you're able to catch yourself, you take no damage, but you look back and you realize that your right leg is caught firmly in the grip of this wolf.
I'm going to sentinel
It
attack that.
snarls at you. Let me see attacks for sentinel attack.
It says an attack. It doesn't say damage. It just says a melee weapon attack, which technically
I agree
that's a
with
weapon
you
attack.
because a grapple check takes the place of an attack. So, yes, use your reaction.
Let's go.
Ooh, baby. Thanks, buddy.
Got
Seeing
you,
this
fam.
happen, you smash this thing into the wall. It takes 8 bludgeoning damage from you. It's
Sub 20?
it's weakened, but it is not. Okay.
Wait,
Okay,
how much?
okay, okay,
hold on.
okay.
How much time
I'm
has
gonna say
passed?
that the impact of you smashing this thing into the wall is going to force another contested athletics check. It's not your action doing it, so I need you to make me an athletics check at disadvantage. The number to beat is 14.
Me or Ibu?
You, Griff.
Me?
This is your weapon slamming into it. You didn't mean to do this. This is the force of the Morning Star knocking it into the wall. And as
Let's
the Morning
go,
Star
buddy.
smashes it into the wall, the wolf goes and it drops. Ibu, you are released. The wolf's
I
actually
got you,
released.
fam. Get the fuck off my homie.
Hell yeah.
How much time has passed since my attack frame? It's 6 seconds, right?
I have to be very, very clear on this one. Since combat has begun, 6 seconds has not yet passed. In D&D, when combat begins, time immediately stops. Everyone rolls initiative. Every round is 6 seconds. Therefore, 10 rounds is 1 minute.
So, I still have divine favor on me because it lasts a minute,
That is correct, and it is on you until the end of 10 rounds.
and I just hit him again, so that's another D4, isn't it?
I believe that's correct. I'll check it on the break, but for right now, yes. Okay, it takes an additional 1 radiant damage. You can see that the damage is... Yeah. Actually, you know what? I'm retconning that thing where it came down from the sky. This is actually coming down, not from the weapon itself, but it's pulsing again through Griff's right shoulder pauldron. It seems to be that his god is channeling the energy, not through the weapon, but through Griff himself, and it's traveling through the weapon to deal an additional 1 radiant damage to the wolf.
I gotta get him
That is
sub
your
20
reaction.
Evo.
It lets go. It is. Even give me an animal handling check at advantage.
Come on, baby, sub 20.
You realize exactly what's happening here. This isn't an actual dire wolf. A real dire wolf would be running the fuck away right now. Having reached below 50% of its health, an actual dire wolf would be reconsidering its position, looking around for any backup and getting out of there. This is absolutely a construct. Or if not a construct, then it's not a beast.
Okay.
That is his turn. He's not backing down. Genevieve, what do you do?
It's a bad move, Wolf.
Genevieve is gonna move a little bit. Can she see what's
Mic check for
like,
volume.
Somebody heard a noise behind us.
Mic check
Is there
for
any
volume.
indication
Check,
of
check,
what
check.
that is?
Absolutely. Rose is tugging on Elena's thigh. She's gesturing back to something that's happening behind her. Something is coming from this area right here. Something is also coming. This is rare for me. Genevieve, I'm going to ask you if you would like to know where the noise is coming from. Other than that, you know for sure that it's coming from right here.
Okay.
And knowing that Rose is looking in every direction, very, very worried, I will ask you to use your action to give me a perception check or survival check, if
Okay.
you wish. Okay.
Woo! Came to play, baby.
Rose is freaking out because she's looking at multiple things all around you. There's something digging its way out of the ground right here. 10 feet above Elena's head, in the wall, you can see that there is something breaking its way out of the wall above her head. Elena herself has not noticed yet. There is a rock that tumbles from above the wall. It drops down directly by Elena's foot. She does not notice.
Elena,
There is yet again
Where above you?
another bit of crumbling coming from the wall on this side here.
Ibu, you might have to bounce out of this room, man,
Yeah,
and go help
I'm hopping.
Yeah.
Literally.
Genevieve, I will remind you that with a free action interaction in my games, you're allowed 6 words or less. What do you say?
Elena, where above you? The ceilings.
That counts. Any bonus actions, Genevieve?
Nope.
Any movement?
I think I'm good right where I am. Thank you.
And with that, it's Quincy's turn.
You ain't got shit. You ain't got shit.
The hooded leather figure steps up in front of you, Griff. And he smirks at you for just a minute and says, "Reach for the sky, pilgrim."
What the hell?
He pulls from his side the Ithaca M37.
There's the shotgun.
He really can't hit both of you in one go. Interesting. He uses movement speed again to come back here and check that angle. There we go. He's used 10 feet of movement speed as he's checked the angle. He basically dodge rolled back in front. As you're 15 feet above him, Elena, you're not able to catch him in an attack of opportunity. He cocks the shotgun. Griff, as he leans forward, he winks right at you before he pulls the trigger.
Too bad you.
Are either of you injured?
No.
Neither of you are injured. Okay. A 20 hits, I believe. Any reactions, guys? This shotgun explodes with incredible force. He cocks it again, smirks at you. I'm feeling like having me some rabbit.
Oh, shit.
That's his turn. Elena, what do you do?
18
Okay,
damage.
So we've got
Woo.
a creature like here, right behind Rose. We've got.
There are 3 creatures 100% that you know for sure. I'm going to recap this again because Genevieve has used an action to let you know where these objects are coming from. Rose has been alerting you to a creature that's
that one
here.
there. Okay.
This creature is digging its way out of the ground.
Okay.
Rose has not noticed with her ability check, but Genevieve did notice with a 23 that there is a creature digging its way out of the wall above your head. You
Okay.
now know that it's coming out of the wall above your head. When it emerges, it'll be about 10 feet in the air above you. Genevieve has also pointed out another creature that is trying to emerge from the wall here in the southwest east corner.
Alright, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to force him. Genevieve's still stuck in the corner. I can't see her, so I'm guessing she's still stuck around the corner. Actually, I can't see anybody but Rose.
She's right here.
Yeah,
funny that
I'm
we
going to
can't-
actually move you 5 feet to the right real quick. There you go.
Okay, good.
You
That's
are
actually
in
where I
a
was going anyway.
4-way intersection.
Yeah, I'm not
right
gonna
now.
lie, that shotgun
Genevieve
hurt.
and
This
Ibu and
18
Griff
damage
and
stings.
the conflict with Quincy are to the north of you.
Okay.
You don't know what's to the south. You know there's a creature emerging to the east and to the west of you.
Okay. Alright, we're gonna try to keep them where they will have to come at us one at a time. Let's go. I've got 30 feet. Okay, I'm gonna go over and up one and fight this one that's over here at the far east.
Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna move you here.
Yeah, that's the spot.
And you can see that this creature that's coming on here, you can see that there are these long clawed hands that are poking their way out of the wall directly ahead of you, underneath the candle, the sconce. You can see that when this creature comes out, it's probably going to be at about knee level.
Alright, well then we're just gonna go ahead and attack it now with rapier.
I'm going to say that I need you to hold that action and then attack with advantage when it emerges at the top of the next round.
Okay.
Rose.
Rose, we're gonna put her in front of Genevieve to protect her. And I don't see Anubis's token anywhere.
Alright, chat.
That's fair. Rose is going to be
Am I
a
using my
wall of
action
HP
to
that's
heal
just gonna be
myself?
holding down
Or
that
am I just gonna
intersection.
go
That
for
won't
broke
have anything
and
that's
try and
gonna
slap
get
a shit out
close
of
to
this
her.
guy?
Anubis is going to be...
Anubis, I would put him like down one
To be
over.
fair, he would be with you at like your where you started. So I'm gonna say that he's here.
Okay.
That's where he starts his turn right here.
Okay. Let's see if I can pick him up.
I'll help you. 5, 10, 15, 20.
Let's go back one.
Okay,
Yeah.
15.
There we go. And then hold for action for the next attack.
Okay, so what's gonna happen is you're gonna attack this thing with advantage, and then after that, Anubis is gonna shit on him, and
Yes.
then that'll give advantage to the next creature that is going to attack him.
That'll work.
And then Rose, without question, is just gonna guard Genevieve. No other orders right now.
Yes.
Okay. Just a moment for Anubis. He's gonna come in at 12.1. Nope, I like him where he's at right there. At the top of the round. You guys see the things that Rose was alerting to you suddenly springing up out of the ground from behind. Genevieve, you can see that there is a black skeleton rising up out of the ground. It has, instead of eyes, red orbs that are just peering at you out of the darkness. In the area that was directly above Elena's head, you can see that there is a creature poking its long, spindly, blue hands out of the wall. A tongue emerges outward, desperately seeking air and anything that might be emerging. Another of the gas creatures that you had fought earlier, Elena, is emerging from this wall. From below you, a gas creature emerges. This creature is prone. It's on the... Well, no, it's not prone. It's just crawling out on the ground in front of you. It uses half its movement speed to emerge to its full height in front of you. Elena, give me an attack.
Also, I'm terrible for not catching this, but Alice Brown, thanks for subbing, subscribing, you know, that whole thing. Thanks for clicking the button. Appreciate you.
Okay, go ahead and fish for that crit. Alright, Elena, you deal 9 piercing damage to this creature. Give me that sneak attack, please.
Woo!
Cool. Elena, as this creature emerges from the wall in front of you and it stands up to its full height, you're just kind of standing there, and you've got the fox scent rapier in your hand, and you're just kind of negligently swinging it up into a circle. As it raises up to its full height, you wave your fingers at him, just delicately. Hi there. Stab him straight through the neck. He drops back down to his knees, prone in front of you. Anubis uses the help action on him. This creature is looking pretty messed up from the moment that it enters initiative. It's still going to rise up to attack in just a little bit. Era, what do you do?
I'm a bit far now to help them out there. I will continue in here.
I'll say, Era, that from your position, you can see that there appears to be another hallway to the southeast of you.
Is it also 20 feet, or do I have to go back down to 10?
I'm sorry, you mean to get down to that hallway?
Yeah.
The
Is
room
it-
itself, the chamber that you're in, is about 20 feet high. Everything else outside of this room is about 10 feet. It appears that this room is purposely, like, bigger than the others.
I
As
meant
if they're
the
magnified
hallway.
here.
The
The
hallway.
hallway is gonna be, again, 20 feet high.
Okay, making sure. Because I was like, is it part of the room technically, or is it a walkway? I didn't know for sure.
Nah, you're good.
And the wolf doesn't have Ebu.
He is
Right.
not. The wolf was
Mhm.
slammed into the wall courtesy of Griff's fist.
Goddamn right it was.
No Haas and Pfeffer for you, bitch.
Sometimes things can get punched and still hold on to what it has in its jaws, so I had to check.
Yeah, but it's not punched by me. If it's punched by me, you're letting the fuck go.
Legit.
Ebu, you,
Mechanically, I'll say you're right, but no, that was so cool. It had to happen.
Ebu,
Yeah.
you holding up
What'd
back
he do?
there?
I'm trying to remember. What are your rules on flanking?
I don't use flanking.
Okay, this is what I was like. I don't think we've used it, so I have to check. I am going to. I'm going to hit this guy with 3 shots of my own gun, Matilda.
Okay. Keep going. You fired 3 shots at this character, and he just moves back and forth so fucking fast that your shots just fire 3 bullet holes right through his leather duster. As the bullets pass through, he just says, "You can't handle that thing. That gun's too much for you."
Oof. I feel like somebody needs to be regulated on it.
Alright,
That
you
was
move
my
it.
I'm gonna just see what's down this hallway.
Sure.
Let's
I'm
hope
gonna
it's
say
not-
that to get to right here, this is gonna be 10 feet of movement speed. This is gonna drop you back down to 10 feet. I'm moving you right here. This is gonna move
Okay.
you back down to 10 feet of height. So if you wish to, you could zoom down through this hallway without having to lose any elevation. Again, that's 10 feet of movement speed, so you've got another, I don't know, whatever left.
40.
5.
Yeah.
You get forward, and as you do so, you just kind of ram into the door.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it's 5 feet of movement speed because you're slamming into the door. You're not like turning a handle or anything. You're just fucking Harry Pottering your way into the door, like just crashing into it. And as you emerge into this room, you can see that you're into what appears to be a private study. There are books and scrolls and notes all strewn about the room.
You see
There
numbers,
appear
right?
to be.
Are
I'm
you
sorry.
back?
Yeah, just now.
Give me a perception check. This will not cost you anything. Super. There's a bunch of notes on the table here. They appear to be unfinished blueprints. You have no idea what this gibberish means.
Can I
Wait,
grab them?
no, hold on. Time out. That's a perception check. That's not an investigation check.
Oh, I thought you said perception.
You can see that there is a doorway to the south and a doorway to the west, and that's all you know.
I thought you did say perception.
Yeah, you said
did.
perception.
I did. I accidentally gave her what I would have told you if you had asked for an investigation check.
Ah. You said door to the west or to the south, correct?
Not that I'm like stupidly prepared or anything. Moving on. Era.
I have used my action already.
You do have a bonus action and somewhere around 35 movement speed left.
But I used my bonus action to do an investigation, or no?
I would allow that.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Era, on the table in front of you are a series of blueprints for a number of arcane devices and even some homebrew spells. But the handwriting is so fucking manic that you can't read any of it. Era, I'm going to open up the journal icon. You're going to notice that there is a journal that I'm going to drop in there. Era, I'd like you to take us a second, please, and read part 3 of Dr. Seward's journal.
Oh, we've missed part 2. We've been looking at this in completely the wrong way. Most of our preliminary weapon testing against the beast simulacrum aren't doing anything, and it's too risky to have it travel from that room while it remains enchanted to remain within the boundary. As such, Victor's hypothesis remains untested for now. Where does it leave us? With our conventional weapons, we can't kill him, not really. And even if we do, what then? He'll just come back. Therefore, we'll double down on what little resources we do have. The house itself will be our trap, and this crypt will be the infernal engine that powers it beyond eternity. That is not dead, which can eternal lie, and with strange eons, even death may die.
Era, please make me an Arcana or a History check, DC 17.
Arcana or history?
Woo! Let's go.
Yeah, baby.
Hit that nat
I think
20.
I know what I know.
Era,
That's what that was.
It's is it the spell to shut shit down?
Era, the quote that you are reading is a quote that refers to the Infernus Ocularum. An eternal cycle of death and undeath. Whatever they are talking about, they mean to take a creature's soul and capture it and put it into a cycle unending. A cycle that, properly used,
Thank you, Nick. I had no
could give
idea what
you
the hell he was
infinite
talking about.
energy forever and ever.
I kind of feel sorry for the soul.
I was gonna say, if I ever find these folks, if they're not eaten, I might have to like gut stab them.
All right. Now I
It
have.
appears with your notes, Era, that these folks are targeted at putting one particular soul in the Oculus Inferno. It's a creature that can't be damaged with conventional weapons. A creature that can't be killed. If you did kill him, he'd just come back. And with a nat 20 and a 6 on top of that, I have to say, you kind of wonder what sort of creature would be so powerful that you'd have to stick it into an engine of this sort to keep it from coming back. Era, any movement?
Yes. So that's 15 feet there. Because I had 35 left, you said.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm just exploring while everybody's battling, apparently.
You really are. I'm like, all right.
I
There's
didn't mean
like,
to. I thought there was going to be
deuces.
behind.
She just threw up a piece on balance, like, bye. Era, you enter into a room and you can see a bedroom that appears that it hasn't been used in quite some time. The bed sheets are covered in cobwebs, and on either side of the room you can see a photo, an elegant photo of a man and a woman. I'm sorry, painting of a man and woman.
And I'm back.
In the corner, I'm sorry.
You just said bed sheets, and I poofed out for the 8th time tonight.
Oh, that's you doing that. I was like, what is happening? Am I scaring people away? I will again show you the image. Era, you came into a bedroom that has webs on the bedroom, implying that it hasn't been used in quite some time. You can't see what's in the southeast corner of the room, but in the southwest corner of the room, you can see an elegant painting of both a man and a woman. That is your turn. Nox.
Oh, I thought I had more movement. Okay.
Do you not? Do you really?
I had 35. I only moved 15. I have another
The fuck
20.
is up with this broom?
You gave it.
You gave it to us. It's glorious.
Look, mistakes were made. That close, you can see that this room in the southeast corner has a, yeah. In the southeast corner of this room, there are a pair of shackles bolted to the floor and an empty cage that sits in the corner. The cage looks tall enough to fit a person, but not tall enough to stand and not long enough to lie down. Dried blood covers the floor, and, well, the chair sits in the corner, and there is a black leather-bound book sitting upon the floor right in front of the bed. It's only visible from this side of the room if you just happen to have enough movement speed for some stupid reason to get over here and see it.
I have 10 more feet.
That's wonderful. I'm very happy. With that, I would like you to open up the journal one more time, and let's read Dr. Stewart's journal, part 2.
Sorry, I didn't mean to go exploring while I'm in the middle of a battle. This journal details a number of unsuccessful experiments with weaponry, both magical and mundane. Next to each entry is written, failure, and various notes like, appears to be particularly strong against rotting and withering magics. Folded inside these pages is a map of Barovia. The entry on this page reads, we'll have to try something completely different. He's sent a taste of the latest product for Arthur and Quincy to sample, and a map to find his laboratory.
As you shank this book around, you notice that in the folds of this book, there's a map. Map, as you shake it out, is a map of Barovia.
Ooh.
Which is a key item. 1 second. Well, regardless, I'll find it later. But the point is, you have in your possession a map of Barovia. You get the impression that there's some pretty important happenings behind you. We'll check out the map later. But you do stick that into your inventory.
We'll say I was
Nice.
looking for something to help with this battle.
In this room, I mean, I've given you a screen check for the previous room. As you're in this room and you've seen everything that's visible with your naked eye, yeah, you're pretty much good right there. Nox.
Nox was last hoping with the wolf, but this time have Nox do hope with the Quincy person.
Shotgun asshole.
Yes, that
Okay.
dude.
Noob with a
Nox is gonna
shotgun.
help with shotgun asshole. He's gonna fly over here 15 feet and he's use the help action on Quincy. He's going to he's gonna fly by and he's gonna scratch this dude. It doesn't appear to do that much damage to him, but you can see 3 quick lines across the side of Quincy Morris's face. Nox is hissing at him. Ibu, what do you do?
Okay, I have a couple questions. Number one, when he blasted me with that shotgun, would I have had 1/4 cover from the pillars, or does he have a clear line on me?
That's a good question because this is an AoE weapon. But it has a roll. It's a cone. It doesn't differentiate between friend or foe. You have 1/4 cover.
If that was the case, my AC would be 22, and that shot would have missed.
Then that did not hit, and your HP is restored to 20.
Fantastic.
Ebu!
Okay.
Ebu!
That changes things.
Pan flew to death right
Ebu,
now.
the shotgun fires through the air. You can see that Griff throws himself in front of you. His big frame is just enough. You can actually hear the buckshot ricocheting as it rings off of the metal of Griff's pauldron as he throws himself in front of you. It's just enough to where you don't get hit.
I do this sick Hollywood-esque dive, and I just yell at Ebu, "Get down, Mr. President!"
Thank you, Griff. I'm going to
This might be
take
our best session.
I'm going to take a step to the left and keep that 1/4 cover.
Okay.
And I'm going to try to get rid of this dire wolf in front of me. I'm going to cast Toll the Dead again. I'll pull my pan flute out, play the lowest note.
Okay. I will point out that you do have the option of a magical weapon in your possession. You're not going to have any bonuses from that magical weapon, but it's a magical weapon. I'm totally good with Toll the Dead. Just want to point out it's there. Hit it.
I don't. If you're talking about the spear, it's not in my inventory. But,
I'm an idiot. There you go. Go ahead and Toll the Dead. We'll figure it out here.
Let me read the spear. I might just use it because I won't be able to use like skills and stuff, but it will still be magical.
No, spears are garbage unless they're awesome.
Okay, gotcha. I'm just gonna Toll the Dead then.
I like how he's like, "Nah."
I will never try to give you guys an option that will gimp you. I will always try to do something that makes you look cool. I hope.
Plus, he wants to hear more Recorder of Doom.
I do. I really do. It's
That's max damage.
What's the
Wow.
1d4 for?
Because he's injured, so it's a D8. It's a D12 total.
Ebu, you pull up your pan flute and you blow through it, and you rifle through so fucking fast. You're going through the notes, and it is just confusing. This wolf. He stares at you, and he actually puts his head down. His butt's up in the air. His paws are down. His paws are coming to his ears, and in that moment,
Okay.
you can see that
Chat, I have a plan.
there appears to be
I have a plan.
explosion of energy from inside.
Lay on
this thing.
hands,
And
probably
then
all
flowers
15.
start growing
which
from
will bring me
within him.
back up to
You can
25.
See that from inside
Bonus
this thing,
action
where
with-
there is rot and necrotic. You can see that there is new growth coming back from the inside.
Shield of Faith,
of
which gives
this
me-
creature. It looks up, and then its face melts away into a skull. It drips
Plus
down to
2
the floor, and the flower
the
appears in front of
AC
it. It is
for
completely
10
dead.
minutes, which is pretty much all of
What
combat.
even happened?
So it'll jack me up to 22, so it
Four
should
is
protect me
exactly how much HP it
for the
has
rest of
left.
the fight.
Amazing.
Quite a
Damage on
bit.
that.
Wow.
Ebu can then heal me again, and then I can just start beating the
Okay,
shit out of this
I'm
dude.
going
I think I got it.
I'm gonna just step out of the room so I get away from that shotgun.
Oh, that's
Okay.
fine. Leave your paladin with 10 health in the room by himself. Thanks!
I'm so sorry. You're right in front of him.
Well, I can't.
Popping
I
weed,
can't do much else staying in there, but I'll turn to Griff as I go to exit the door and say, "Don't worry, I'll be back." And for flavor, I'll do "I'll be back."
I feel like this is a Morgan Freeman moment where he's just gonna pop in as a narrator and be like, "Little did Griff know, Ebu would not in fact
Not
be back."
return.
Fantastic. As
So I'm-
Ebu's turn. Griff,
I'm gonna
so
I'm
sorry.
gonna park it. I'm gonna park it here, and then hopefully that keeps. The
Oh shit.
Well, I mean, technically,
you're up.
Era's got like 45 million feet of movement. So
Okay.
she'll be back in the next 15 minutes.
Okay.
Oh, no, I will.
Here's
Next round,
here's
I'll be
my
back.
plan.
Okay.
I'm going to lay on hands myself.
Okay.
I'm gonna use the whole pool, which is all 15.
Okay.
I don't know if you do that or I do that, because last time I did it, I had to hit it 15 times.
Don't worry about it. I got you. So, 15.
Which
Go
will
ahead.
bring me back up to 25. Which counts as my
You
action.
Put your hands on yourself. That's you. This is you pounding your chest. You're just like. And as you do, you can see that you're still bleeding, Griff, but all of the wounds that were on you are just covered in fire for just a minute. As the fire dissipates, there is no cauterization, there's no scar tissue, there's no keloid. It's right back. You just look pissed and covered in blood.
And I'm gonna stare him down and you'll be like, that tickled.
Oh God. Hey?
And then I'm gonna use my bonus action to hit myself with Shield of Faith, which should give me +2 to my AC for pretty much the rest of combat.
Okay, yeah. I need a second. You said that it's how much?
+2.
So that'll take you to 22?
It'd take me to 22.
Let me see. Shield of Faith. Shield of Faith. Okay, cool. +2 for the duration. That is not a concentration spell.
With
That lasts
for 10 minutes.
Okay, I'm gonna override your AC. Just a minute. I said I'm gonna override your AC. Oh, because I'm on your. Okay, I see. Griff, I appear to be having technical errors tonight.
It's alright, man.
am reluctant to mess with your sheet any further. However, I will confirm that your AC is now a whopping 22, as you are covered in a shield of shimmering fire that covers your armor. You step forward, and you just look like a flaming avatar of death. What do you do?
I'm reading one of my skills real quick. Blah, 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 blah.
Actually, there you go. Have fun with that.
What's happening?
Burning aura around
Ooh. Am I able to do? Oh, it's as an action. Okay, never mind. So the only thing I could do is move, which I don't want to. So right before the end of my turn, as I'm just glowing this fire aura of fuckery, I'm gonna look at this bitch in the face and be like, "Now you're fucked."
All right. Are you moving or are you
Nope.
staying in front of him?
I'm standing right in front of this bitch.
We'll see about that, partner. And he cocks the shotgun. Genevieve, what do you do?
She's gonna move a little bit.
Okay.
That's further away from me. You realize this, right?
And then she's gonna scrawl some equations in the air and yell, "Defend at Eos!" and cast aid on Griff and you and herself, I guess, because she can't actually see Elena.
Grandma's got range.
I can. Okay.
Can she see? Like, should I be able to see Elena? Or is she out of
No,
my view?
Elena is like she's like one tile to the north of that hallway that you can see where there's that creature at the very end on the right, and then Anubis is just like in front of this thing, and like as you're looking down the way, he's mid poop, like he is in the air, like he is red butt cheek spread, like it's graphic.
Hand is ready.
Dear Lord.
Best session yet.
Okay, so I will ask for the ones that she has selected to please click
10
your
HP, right?
characters. Yeah, it's maximum. 8 is maximum. Now, when your maximum HP increases with this, it also increases your total. Wait, no, your current. So like Griff, you'd be up by. Like you're not just at 25 out of 28. You're at 30 out of 33.
Sick. Okay, I
Yes.
got it. Whew.
Who did you cast it on, Genevieve? Sorry.
You, me, and
So
her.
Emu, yes, Emu, Griff, and herself. So
Okay,
She can't
and-
see anybody else.
And that's 5 hit points, temper or max.
5
Yes.
max, but 5 current also. So increase
10.
both how much you have and how much you could have.
Look at Ebu back up to full health. It's like he
Then
didn't
she's
just
gonna-
get shot.
She's going to say, Griff, consider conceding a duel.
And I'm gonna look back and be like, I'd rather die.
His head's gonna turn like a dog.
I'll look at Genevieve and say, "You really think he's gonna concede?"
He scratched my armor.
Challenge him to a puzzle.
Did you see my perception roll? I'm fucked at a puzzle.
Well, I mean, I didn't say you'd have. It's like this. If you don't know the answer, how's he?
Facts.
Genevieve, is that your turn?
Yes.
Okay. So, at the start of his turn,
Let's go, bitch boy.
seeing this glowing figure of fire in front of him, he's going to, hold on 1 second. You're missing HP. Interesting. Even with all those calculations said and done, are you missing HP?
Yes, I'm missing it.
Nope, that's too meta. Nope, that is too fucking meta. Okay, cool.
Wait, are you talking from
Ebu
his
has
max
left the
or
room.
no?
Looking in front of him at this hulking aura, he can see that there is a little bit of blood trailing down from the helmet. Quincy Morris looks at him and says, "You look tasty." And with this, he has advantage on the attack.
Oh, shit. Don't you dare roll high.
Yeah, baby.
Suck a
Nice.
dick.
That's one.
Fuck you and your hat.
Two.
Nope. Nope. 22.
Does not hit. He cocks the shotgun, points it directly into Griff's face. Griff, this thing is 6 inches away from your face. He unloads, and as the shot fires out, you can see that the bullets dissipate into flame in front of your face.
The shotgun slug with his
For
teeth.
just the slightest moment, you can see a hint of uncertainty on this man's face.
I'm gonna wink at him, and I'm gonna chuckle, and I'm gonna go, uh-oh.
He's going to roll around, heading for the area this way. He's gonna keep going. Griff, you have the opportunity to attack him. if you want.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
You can see that he's charging for the door, and as he does so, he's got a knife in his left hand. The shotgun is being stowed behind him. He's absolutely going for the weaker prey. Make your attack.
How dare he think I'm weaker? Hell yeah,
he
buddy.
hasn't heard your flute.
With a 23, that is absolutely a successful attack. The Morning Star does not hit him in the back. It whips him around the legs and drags him back as the effect of Sentinel attack drops Quincy Morris's speed down to 0.
He then takes radiant damage from Divine Favor.
Absolutely.
And then I'm gonna immediately follow that up with a smite because fuck this guy.
No, wait, time out. You are the next creature to attack him after Nox. Roll again with advantage to represent advantage to fish for that crit.
Is that alt or control click, or do I just flat roll?
Just hit him again. You're just trying to see if you get a crit. Never mind, that's cool. It's fine. Okay, and then smite.
Why is it? Wait. There we go.
That's it.
Now I got it.
Okay. 5 damage to this guy. Have you dealt radiant damage to this guy before?
Yeah. Twice already.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Alright, fine. Then we're gonna triple this. 'Cause I missed that. That's my bad. I thought that was fire damage. That's on me. As your damage hits him, you're gonna feel even more at this point. Griff, the blessing of Razi going through you. Before you were hitting with fire damage, you knew for a fact that you were hitting with fire damage because that's just the representation of your god in media. You're feeling that now. Even more pissed, watching him come after Ibu, you really pump it up with radiant damage, and that's why I'm giving this thing triple damage instead of double.
Let's go.
It's gonna drop him down to
Sub
Yo,
20.
He's looking rough. You smash this guy, and he's looking badly injured.
Is he sub 20?
He is not.
Damn it.
That is his turn. This guy.
Ibu,
comes
run.
biting. Actually, is he gonna bite? Yeah, he's gonna claw. He wants some of Genevieve.
Or a fucker.
As he slashes out with his skeletal claws, the black talons seem to come. They just pierce straight through you, Genevieve.
Alright, chat, we
frickin'
got
hurt.
this. We
That
got
doesn't
this. This dude's
feel like
fucked.
bone. It feels almost harder and yet more brittle at the same time. You don't know what sort of necrotic force is holding this thing together. That is its turn.
You can't actually see the thing that just hit me.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I missed the wall.
There we go.
Now it hit you. The creature directly above you has no mechanical advantage or anything like that.
I will be right
but
back,
It
chat.
is completely within Rose's sight. It attempts to attack you, but because of Rose's special ability Defender, it does so with disadvantage. I'm so sorry. Another 10 damage to you, Genevieve. It leans its head out of the wall, like almost like a fucking wall mimic appearing out of it, Final Fantasy style. Yanks just its upper torso out and then sinks its teeth down into your neck. Elena, what do you do?
We are attacking homie here.
Okay. At this point, this creature is prone. You have advantage against it. Hey, sneak attack, please. Fuck me! 10. Okay, cool.
I gotta hurry up
Yeah.
and finish this out because, you know, my girl over there, Grams, is getting
You
beaten on.
take your sword, and Elena, you ram it like this thing is raising its head up. It's roaring down the hallway. Its tongue is flicking out. Your monkey Anubis is hovering up in the air. As it's distracted, your rapier pierces straight through one ear and out the other as this gas falls limp to the floor.
Once again, that was for Anubis.
Elena, any movement?
Yeah, we're gonna get back to. We're gonna head back to head over there. Would I be able to get in between any of the creatures and?
She's
Okay.
in like the worst possible position just
Damn,
because
okay.
it's a serpentine-ish hallway.
Yeah.
You would have to take an action to grab her and then yank her out of there. And because she would not be using movement, that's forced movement for Genevieve, she wouldn't incur an attack of opportunity. But it's just, the position is just bad.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna get as close as I can then.
I'm gonna say that I'm gonna move you.
Okay. Yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20. Because Anubis is above you, but Rose is not. Okay. So here's what's up. Rose is directly in front of you. She's looking at Genevieve. She's used her defender reaction to give disadvantage to the next creature to attack her. She's about to either attack. No. No. No, 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 no. Genevieve, you know what Rose is trying to do. Rose knows what Elena would want her to do. Rose is going to attempt to make a contested grapple check against Genevieve. Genevieve can choose to fail. Rose is going to attempt to get in there, grab Genevieve, and drag her out to safety. Rose is not within 5 feet of either one of these creatures and will not incur an attack of opportunity. Genevieve is not voluntarily making the movement and will not incur an attack of opportunity. However, you need to get the hell out of the way.
She allows Rose to drag her.
Elena, I need you to reposition yourself somewhere and direct Rose where to go, either south or east.
All right, Rose is gonna go south 1.
Okay, so this is all going to happen on Rose's turn. We need to resolve your turn before we can move to your pet.
Okay. All right. Once Genevieve is gonna move back and up 1, or yeah, over and up 1, and
She doesn't
then,
have a choice. I'm so sorry. She has to go where Rose drags her to go.
okay. In that case,
We can
yeah,
have you move here.
yeah, that'll work. Let me do that, and that way Rose will be clear to grab her and go south.
That absolutely works. If that's cool, we're gonna get to that on Rose's turn. That is the end of your turn. Rose frantically gets up and she just kind of dashes a circle. She body slams the skeleton to the north. She bashes the one who's in the ceiling up there. She puts her body in between Genevieve's legs and like bodily picks her up and like scoots her out of there like Red Rider style. Genevieve, you're like, oh my goodness, and like the dog just carries you out of that area. The dog is at half movement speed, so she's going to be able to move a total of here, and that is she's going to move you there, then she's going to get on the other side of you here, and that is the end of Rose's turn. She basically ended up where she started, but she just got Genevieve out of there and then put her body between the enemies.
I like it.
I didn't make her do a contested athletics check because Genevieve chose to fail. She has second wind, but it can't apply in this case. That's the end of her turn. Anubis.
Let's see, that one's dead, so Anubis is gonna fly over to offer help action to, because I have a funny feeling we're gonna be taking on the skeleton and the other creature.
Okay. Who's he gonna use help on? The ghast or the skeleton?
Whatever's the farthest, like the corner, just basically drag him straight across.
I'm so sorry, I didn't understand that.
One spot further west than Rose's, is that the spacey ghast, or is that the
You can reach
skeleton?
either one, the ghast or the skeleton.
Then we're gonna do the ghast.
Okay. For simplicity's sake, I'm gonna say that he's flying above Rose and remove him from the map. Next creature hit the ghast is going to be able to have advantage. That's his turn. Era, what do you do?
So I am in this room all the way over here. I'm going to fly with the broom. Here is... My game is paused. Can't do it.
Sorry, hit the space button.
Okay. Alright, so 10 feet there.
Mm-hmm.
Another 15, so that's 25. 30, 35. And then now the broom is going to fly 10 feet down. So that is 45 feet. I am on the ground. I am off the broom. And now I'm going to use my own movement instead of the broom's to run over to this guy.
Yeah. All right.
That's what I'm talking about.
So 5, 10, 15, 20.
Okay.
And I'm going to hit with the sword.
Okay. Well, let's do it. Where's Nox at? Did he? No, he's already. Well, that hits. Fuck. Okay. Cool. Is that your first attack?
Yeah.
Or is that your only attack, or just your
That's
one?
my only attack, I thought.
Okay. You take the long sword and you ram it through this guy's shoulder. As it stabs through, his eyes grow huge. He looks down at the sword that's sticking out of his shoulder. Where did you get that?
Oh, I wonder where.
Era, do you leave the sword in or yank it out or carve it upward? What do you do right now?
I will slice downward with it, actually.
Okay. As you slice downward with it, you can see that the blood that's trailing down from there, it appears to hit harder than the other blows did to this creature. He just appears extraordinarily fearful of the sword. He's taking the leather duster and clutching it closer to his side, stumbling around. That's all you can tell at this moment. What does Nox do?
Nox is gonna come over and give the help action to Griff on this guy.
Okay. Nox flies by and does that number where he just kind of zooms by and does that anime number. There's an afterimage appearing by him. There's a scratch alongside of Quincy's cheek. The next creature attack him will have advantage. Ibu, what do you do?
Okay, seeing Rose drag or nudge Genevieve out of the way, I'm going to try to get to Genevieve. Being a small creature, can I move through all this space?
You absolutely can.
I want to get to the other side of... Yep.
Yeah, I'm going to say that that's going to be...
That'd be all my movement.
That's going to be all of your movement.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to kneel down beside Genevieve and pull my pan flute out. I'll play a little melody.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to cast Cure Wounds at 2nd level.
Okay.
Thank you, Ibu.
Oof, could have been better, but that's okay.
All good. We're going to give another 8 HP to Genevieve. As Genevieve, you can smell the refreshing smell of mint and eucalyptus and jasmine, fresh flowers and mint leaves and other herbal scents fill your nostrils as you hear Ibu's refreshing melody.
Tycho, can I use my inspiration to re-roll that?
Yeah, do it with advantage, please. 2d8.
Do I have to take the new re-roll though? Like if it's lower than an 8, am I stuck
Absolutely not. Go ahead and use it. I've never heard of anyone doing it for that. Do it.
2d8, let's go.
So 2d8 plus 3.
2d8. Just give me another 2d8 plus 3. Yeah, see what happens.
19.
Well, that's 1d8.
Okay, so that right there is going to
16.
be
16.
16, which is still pretty good. But do it again. So what is that?
13. 13.
13.
That'd be 13. So 16 is the highest number.
16, take that. In my games, when you decide to use your inspiration, you decide after you fail a roll. When you do so, re-roll that roll with advantage. That wasn't a failure by any means, the initial one, but I've never heard of anyone using it that way, so fuck it. Yeah, have it.
You're such a good person.
Yep.
All right, Ibu, anything else?
That's gonna be it.
Okay. Riff, you have advantage on the next attack roll against Quincy Morris. You can see that Quincy is reaching for a vial. Well, he's reaching for something inside of his jacket.
I'm gonna move between him and the door so he can't fucking leave like a little Pansy.
Okay, Nox is flying above your head right now. Looks a little bit disgruntled to see your crown moving into his area, but then kind of settles down on your pauldron like, we gonna fuck this dude up.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna give Anubis the thumbs up real quick. Or Nox. Who's above me? Did you say Nox?
Nox.
Knock.
Alright, I'm gonna give Nox a thumbs up, and then I'm just gonna turn right back around and I'm gonna bitch slap this dude in the face.
Okay, do so with advantage, please.
That's
As you do so with the whip, as it's wailing around in the air, you can see that Nox is going around with it. He appears to be covered in flame with you for just a minute. 12?
Do I have to re-roll?
You have
Because I don't
advantage.
think.
Do it again.
There we go.
Hey.
Hey, all right.
And then he's going to take 1d4 of radiant.
Is it 1d4?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
1.
Okay, doubled up. Okay. So then he's gonna do a. All right, and it's this with the whip hitting around in the stomach as it lifts him off of his feet.
You're dead, you punk ass bitch.
Nice.
Let me know. How do you want to do this?
I mean, in true Griff fashion, I'm going to maintain my religious background of war and death. And I'm going to give him a little send-off of, Russ, you take you. But as his body falls to the ground into just flaming nothingness, I'm grabbing that fucking jacket.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna say that. Let's see. Let's see. How about this? Era,
Me.
make me a sleight of hand check.
Just get a jacket from him. Oh!
Oh no!
Oh, darn it.
I'm so sorry. As his body fades away into utter nothingness, as his body decays away into ash, as it catches fire, as it burns and as it ignites, in that very instant, you're able to reach off and yank that badass leather duster and put it on top of yourself. Griff, you look pretty fly, man.
That's what's up.
Unfortunately, all of his items are just consumed in holy fire.
Damn.
That is the end of Quincy Morris.
Bye-bye, shotgun.
Bruh.
Kaboom. I'm gonna call for our 15 minutes or less break. Let's return back in 15 minutes or less, please. Thank you so much.
You got it.
I'm drinking Kool-Aid because brown.
And we're back.
What's happening? I am retconning the last roll that we made here before Griff ignited Quincy Morris in Holy Flame. Quincy, of course, being the fancy Westerner with all of the guns that are incredibly powerful. Elena, I would like to think that during this fight, you made absolutely sure that Rose had no clue that Quincy was there. I would like to think that Ibu and Griff stopped Quincy from going down that hallway. You could tell as he was rushing forward towards his prey that he was going specifically for Ibu. But I do wish for you to consider the implications had he and Rose run into one another here in the basement of Homewood Manor.
I would have had to be the one to kill him and light him on fire. It would not have been holy.
Rose is looking at you curiously, like, what are you guys talking about?
So
Depends.
I love Rose.
Genevieve puts on her stern grandmother face
Sure.
as she gives a little bit of an inspirational speech to the group, and she says, "So, everyone, we have all the talent and all the skill that we need to win this fight and escape being dragged to hell if we have a little bit of preparation, we stick together, we don't waste resources, and we attempt diplomacy before we attack."
This speech is incredibly inspiring to a lot of you, of course. You feel Genevieve's words soothing, going through you. It reminds you of the comforting words of each of your own family members. I'm not going to say parents. I don't know what sad, tragic orphan backstory that you guys have got, but whomever may have raised you, or whatever person is the most meaningful to you, is the person that you think about as you close your eyes and listen to Genevieve's words. And I need everyone to regain Genevieve. How many points?
7.
Seven temporary hit
points
points
to everybody.
All right. Inspiring leader for the win.
You might have to put it under your current in order to bump it that high.
Truth.
Yeah.
I would like to say real quick, we're gonna keep going until 11:15 Central Standard Time. That is 15 minutes after next hour, 45 minutes, because we're having technical issues, and I don't want to rob my players. 3 hours is a lot of time to bracket out when I know you guys are super busy, and I don't want 15 minutes to be like, now what do I click? And I sincerely apologize for that. As the 10 minutes of Inspiring Leader ends, Shield of Faith is over. Griff, your +2 bonus to your AC is over. I'm so sorry, you're only a piddly 20. Sucks to be you.
God, I'm such a weak bitch.
It's awful. And I would like to, before we continue on with the game tonight, I would like to retcon our last roll. I asked Era to do a sleight of hand check versus a sleight of hand check from Quincy Morris. He was dying, his body was decaying, but it wouldn't have been a sleight of hand check because it would have been an active perception check. Era, the number to beat, I believe, was
16.
16. Let's see what Quincy's got to do for an active perception check.
Low roll. Low roll.
See what happens. We'll see what happens. This is one of those times where I like rolling out in the open. I know that not a lot of DMs are into it, but I like seeing what happens with the dice.
Let's see a 7.
Let's go.
Let's go. That is under a 16. That is not enough of a margin for you to get any of the items that Quincy Morris was holding, other than the ones you were reaching for. He was reaching for a vial inside of his jacket. He was about to pop it back, and he looked incredibly confident that when he swallowed this vial, that he was going to be able to one-on-one Griff.
Oh
So,
shit!
wait a
Nobody
sec.
could 1v1 me.
Griff ended him before that happened, before he was able to pound down the vial and do whatever he was doing with it.
So
Griff
if this
finished
vial
him.
was in his jacket, doesn't Griff now have it?
Because I have it.
Fortunately, it was in his hand as he was about to
Oh.
pop it back into his mouth. There are degrees of success to every roll. Having beaten his check by a 2, I'm gonna say that the only item that she was able to grab was, I'm so sorry. I know this sucks. I know that you're hoping for something a little bit more special, but no, you managed to grab the Ithaca M37.
Ooh.
I was hoping for the vial. But okay.
It's a beautiful day with a shotgun in hand.
Era, what do you do with this weapon?
Elena! I got you a gun! And I'm gonna hand over the gun.
Real quick, I need to say this because I don't know your experience levels with D&D. I am so sorry if I am... Somebody fucking tell me to shut up if I'm mansplaining, but Elena needs sneak attack, and it procs over, you know, X amount of attacks or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
It's not gonna work with the shoddy on more than one enemy. If you
I'm looking
hit,
at
for
this.
example...
I actually
Yeah.
only have proficiency with palm pistol and pistol.
I'm sorry.
Ooh.
I have rifle.
I'm
Yeah.
so sorry. A rifle is not the same as a shotgun.
Damn it!
The P90, I'm sorry, the H&K PSG-1 is not the same as the Ithaca M37.
But how much, I wonder, we could sell that for?
It sells for 1,500 from the trader.
Can you
That one
wield
was-
any other guns, Era?
I thought I could do all firearms, but I don't remember entirely.
Hold on.
I was a fighter.
You
You're
have
a
palm.
fighter? You have all
I'm fighter.
firearms then, don't you?
I was gonna say, I thought I had all firearms, and then I could give you
It's-
Matilda instead, and then I take the shotgun.
It's only showing
And
palm
yes,
pistol,
that's
pistol, and rifle.
perfectly legal. Is that what you wish to do?
Yes.
Okay, then I would like you to open your inventory, please.
See it.
I would like you to right-click Matilda. Click Send to Player. You should be able to select Elena. If you cannot, I will do it for you.
Trade request sent.
I would like you to please go down to your ammunition handgun.
Yep. I got that too.
Okay.
Oh. And send out.
Outside of this room, Elena, you are able to pull out 4 shotgun shells. Era, with a margin of 2, you're not able to grab a bunch.
No.
I need you to give me another 1d6, please.
Let's go 6, baby.
6.
Let's go! Let's
Nice.
go!
Okay, you have 10 shotgun shells.
Good
Remember to
roll.
Drop that into your inventory.
Good roll.
Yes, indeed, it was.
Okay. So we have 6 plus. Yep, there we go. And then I'm gonna attach the. One moment, Era. I'm equipping the weapon and then attaching the. Elena, you're gonna need to do the same thing.
Okay.
DM, question for you. Was the gun loaded when he died?
I want to say that he just fired it into your face, didn't he?
He did, but the
Like,
last time he did that,
legitimately
he
fired it.
reloaded, like, immediately.
Okay. Then yeah. Era, you have 12 shells.
Yeah!
Yay.
Hey, I'll give it to you. If you recall physics at that level of clarity, then yeah, absolutely. Era, just a minute, please. I'm sorry, not Era. Elena, just a minute, please. I'm looking at your Matilda.
That's
I'm
cool.
sending
I'm
all
still
the
looking.
items or the parts to her as well.
Didn't you have like 30 something rounds for Matilda?
I had 38 at one point. I had 25 left to, because I've been shooting that quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I see 23. I could be wrong.
I guessed on the number. I didn't remember. It was 20 something.
Sure. I 23 are connected to Matilda right now in your inventory, Elena. When you fire with Matilda, of course, you have 3 attacks with her. Any one of those could trigger sneak attack.
That's crazy.
I just did the math in my head, and now I'm thinking about it. Mistakes were made. Anyway, so as you guys continue on your journey throughout Death House, having defeated Quincy Morgan, watching his body burn away into nothing, Griff, Era, you're filled with a sense of satisfaction.
Man, I
This
have a
little
sexy ass
bastard,
coat.
This little child abusing shit is dead.
Yes.
You recall Era looking at the beginner's spellbook, seeing that this little girl who is saving up that electric charge, that shock touch cantrip, to zap in between the legs. I'm sorry, is Era religious in any way?
No.
That
Era,
answer.
Not at all.
You hold the book in your hand, and you think to yourself just for a minute, like, all right, kid. I know that you couldn't have ended this guy, but I respect what you did. And I want you to know that I was one of the ones that got him there. It's just a fleeting moment, Era, before we continue back on in Death House. But in this moment, is there anything that you would like to add to this very short eulogy as you hold the beginner's spellbook?
Probably not in words, but in how she is feeling. She is proud of herself, and how it feels like a similar past memory, and she is proud to be the one to sort of be, even though the little girl probably isn't alive no more, but proud to be the one who stopped the guy.
Sure.
Is he still burning?
Nah, he's gone.
His
Yeah.
corpse is burnt away into ash. There is nothing left behind there. There's just a moment where Griff and Era just looking down and just having this moment of satisfaction. Elena, you're more than welcome to enter the room if you like. I'm so sorry. I am fast forwarding the clock by 10 minutes to account for Inspiring Leader. You may continue.
As
Do
Elena,
we-
go ahead.
Do we want to
Take a short
add
rest.
add an additional 50 minutes so I can attune to this spear since we just took 10, or do
Yeah,
you want to wait for that?
Nah, I'm good with that.
I'm willing to count that as part of a short rest. I'm going to pause the clock real quick. The room that... Wait a minute. Let me bring up... I'm bringing all the pets in. There's no way you leave your pets out here.
That's correct.
Real quick, as Elena enters the room, I'm gonna take the coat off my shoulders and I'm gonna toss it to her and tell her that it looks better. I'm gonna be like, this fits your outfit a little bit better than mine.
Oh, I look and fly.
We should see if it's magical and identify it or attune to it if it is.
That's absolutely something that you can do over the course of the hour. I'm going to ask in order who's doing what. I'll remind you that you guys each have the opportunity to do one thing in that hour. So identify or attune, not both.
Lady, it's
Going from
yours.
the
Go
top.
for it.
Going down, I'm going to go ahead and fast forward the clock by enough to equal out the hour.
I dreamed
Elena,
of
at the
room.
top, what are you doing?
I will. Would I be able to feel if it's got some sort of power, the jacket?
You're hanging out with it for a minute. That's what you're doing for your hour. Everyone else here is kind of bustling about and taking the first little bit of this hour to secure the rooms on the southwest and on the southeast of this area. Just making sure that nothing's gonna come busting in on you or anything like that. As you attune, not attune to it, but as you check it out over the course of the hour, no, there's nothing magical about this particular item.
It just
There
looks
is a fleeting image in your mind as you pick this up. You're looking on the inside of it, and you're thinking to yourself, these pockets that are in here, they would have held vials, they would have held various other items. There would have been room for something that had a gigantic handle, a butcher's cleaver, but way bigger than anything that Quincy Morris should have been able to hold. Give me an insight check. Okay. You're able to tell from a number of adjustments to this thing that it would have been able to be easily discarded in case whatever was inside needed to grow.
what?
You very narrowly missed phase 2 of Quincy's fight.
Yeah.
Because this is a one-shot, I will reveal to you Quincy's form if he were allowed to drink the vial.
Oh damn.
Oh dang. Okay.
Oh man.
Oh.
Quincy's
Oh.
stat block was programmed so
Oh.
that at 50% he would have begun reaching for it. You novid him so hard once he reached below that point that he was unable to do so. I don't want to say you were lucky, because that did require a lot of tactical thought. I'll just say congratulations.
Sit the fuck down, you hat wearing punk ass bitch.
Elena, that is your action for the short rest. Ibu, what do you do?
I would like to sit down with the spear kind of in my lap and play a little jingle on my pan flute
Uh-oh.
and try to attune to this thing.
You sit with the purity spear in your lap, and it appears to be a beautiful ivory-laden handle. And at the top, yeah, there is a unicorn horn shaped into a spiraled point. This item could only be attuned to if you were a druid or a cleric of nature. This item only would go to a person who had a deep respect for nature's purity, who understands that violence has its place, but only in defense of nature. Other than that, that's not your business. You're here to make sure that nature's bounty is taken care of. But holding a spear and looking at everything around you, everything in this house is a sin against nature, not against God, any God, against nature itself. This house needs to go. You are attuned to the purity spear. The full information of it is linked in the chat. Ibu, that is your action. Griff, what do you do?
Kind of coming down off my adrenaline high of battle. I'm gonna shoot up some vibes to Razia for protecting me throughout the battle.
There is... Give me a religion check, please. It should still be set to charisma for you. I always thought that was weird. Intelligence, religion. What? Okay. Griff, you can feel that your god is... You're not your god. Your avatar.
Demigod. Same thing.
Demigod. Your avatar of your faith. The representation of bravery in battle, protecting the weak, of standing in front of those who could not defend themselves, is pleased with you today. That's some solid work. I'm gonna say that you get advantage on your next attack roll.
Nice.
You're confident that Razi is pleased with your work this day.
She should be. I just stopped the boss's ultimate form. Who wouldn't be?
Era, what do you do?
Cleaning out the Ithaca M37 and making sure it's ready to be fired again.
No kinks, no traps, Stewart, no wires. You flip the safety up and down. It is good to go. This is a very well taken care of weapon. It's in strange juxtaposition to everything else around you. The firearms themselves are well oiled, well maintained, well taken care of, and as you break down the weapon, check the firing pin, put it back into place. There's no catching at all. It's easy. This thing's really well maintained. It's good to go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm just rereading the about info and on it and making sure I know how to use it correctly.
Okay, I need you to... I'm putting you down here, and you let me know how much ammo you spend, and I will give it back to you because there's some shit you need to figure out about it. Hang on, let me put some hands in that room. The Ithaca M37 is weird. It's when you fire it, it's like a these aren't gonna attack you, don't worry, they're just targets. It's a cone.
Mm-hmm.
So you play around in that room while everyone else is figuring out their stuff, okay? Because it targets stuff in a weird angle. So you have to use your mouse wheel to scroll up and down to make sure that you're hitting what you want to hit. Does that make sense?
Yes, I understand what you're saying. Do I understand how it's going to be applied? Not yet.
Yeah. Just shoot hands. You'll be fine.
Love it.
For the rest of the group, I'll remind you that you were able to glimpse Dr. Seward's room in the southeast corner. You haven't fully explored it yet. You know that there's a very heavily armored door in the south of this corner. I'm sorry, the very south of this dungeon, but you haven't explored that yet. You also know that there is an area to the south of the room that was holding those strange, sad, eyeless children that were slamming their heads against the wall. Where's the beautiful lady? Please bring back the beautiful lady.
Even I'm like, hard nah.
So, before you guys get to going,
So
what are you thinking about?
Genevieve wants to think about what she saw of that room and what clues there might be to reach it. So you said the hole in the wall looked like it was just dug out. It was not smooth.
It was not smooth. It did not look like it had been purposely manufactured. It looked like something had slammed its way into it and, like a worm, ate the material in front of it and shit it out behind.
Did it slant upward or downward or just go
Downward.
straight out? Downward. It slanted downward. Okay, and then on the portcullis was up a few stairs, it looked like?
Kinda, sort of. It was absolutely within 5 feet. You wouldn't have had to, like, jumped up to get to the portcullis or anything like that. It would have been like a slope down and then a slope up.
Okay. So then,
And I will also say that it looked like that room had an upraised platform around the outside of the room, at the very top, almost like a viewing platform.
Yeah, Chad, I'm tired.
I dreamed of the room with
Tired.
the creature that we need to get to.
About to
And
fall asleep
there's
at my
a
desk
hole in
here.
one wall,
It's been a long day.
that slants.
I hope you guys are doing
downward.
okay.
The room, of course, has water, a lot of water in it, and there's a portcullis blocking another entry to the room. Has anybody seen a portcullis or a rough tunnel, slanting tunnel?
Not yet.
I don't think so, but it sounds like we might have to go deeper. There's got to be somewhere on this floor that leads to a lower level of some kind.
And then I wonder if the creature there is the one that the book talks about, that they're testing ways to destroy it.
As you bring this point up, I'd like to ask, what's on your mind, Genevieve? What is it? The purpose of? May I ask where what sort of information are we trying to look for, so that perhaps I can help let you guys know what your characters would know about about Genevieve's inquiry.
So what's on her mind is time's running out, and she doesn't
Okay.
want us all to get drugged to hell.
Okay.
And she thinks the thing we have to do is get down into this room and
Okay.
destroy this creature. So she's thinking, A, how can we get there? And B, how can we destroy it when we get there?
Cool. So there's a number of things that we need to talk about in that way. That there's two things that we need to clear. One, how do you get there? Two, how do you kill it? For number one, I'd like to ask Elena, give me an animal handling check.
Okay.
Excellent. Era, give me an animal handling check.
I was busy figuring out that. Okay, animal handling.
Cool. While you guys were in the room in the very southwest corner, your animals were scouting things out. Era, you were able to give Nox a little oomph and through your own magical spells, and Nox looked through the bars and saw these sad, eyeless figures. Where's the Bluefa lady? Nox wanted nothing to do with that.
Neither did Era.
Can I get an amen?
Amen.
Anubis
Hallelujah.
grabbed everything that was on the table and skedaddled out of there. In addition to all of the notes that he brought back that have been placed into the journal, there's one final item that has not been placed into anyone's inventory. With a 15, Elena, you look down at Anubis, and Anubis is holding up to you a heavy ring with iron keys.
I love my monkey.
He's kind of looking a little bit shy, like, "Aw."
Give him chin scratches.
No one else would understand this, but you understand that with his chirps, he's like, "I love you too, but I want snacks." Just
Yeah.
when we're out of
Every
here,
pet ever.
cool. Like
Yep.
when we're out of here and everyone else gets like, I need snacks. We good?
We're good.
It's an unspoken conversation. You've been with Anubis quite a while, but as a fey creature, he's like, I get it. There's other priorities, but feed me, bitch.
Are you sure he's
Cool.
not a cat? I mean, 'cause
I
that's a
mean, it's the same energy. 100% same energy. We resume back with how to kill it.
So Genevieve also has a a hint, maybe, that the sword, that the Godalming sword, might be a way that can hurt it.
We assume that Era is still in the room, even though mechanically she's still having fun shooting up things.
Trying to figure it out. Not working well, but oh well.
As long as you make sure the point of origin is yourself, and then you scroll your mouse wheel around till you hit the maximum amount of things. Because I was in a room and I was trying to do this, and I think I hit 3 was my maximum.
No, yeah, 3 is the max, and it doesn't clip the one right by you. It usually 2 is farther out.
Ain't it
But I
a
just didn't know
dick?
if that
You have to
could,
move it back. Yeah, it's anyway. But Era, hearing this, what is your response?
Hearing which thing exactly?
Genevieve, one more time, please.
Genevieve has had a hint that one thing that might be able to hurt this creature we're hunting is your sword, the Godalming sword.
Well, the Quincy dude was scared of it. I will say that. He was not happy I had it.
He was not, and it did appear that that particular sword hurt him pretty bad.
Interesting.
I think you're onto something, Genevieve. It's only one way to find out.
Guys, take the next little while of your short rest to talk about perhaps battle plans, maybe some way that you could open up a hole for Arrow to strike, as it were. General battle plans are discussed back and forth. You're able to have your rations and so on. Everyone, please click the button on the bottom left-hand side of the portrait on your character sheet. Select short rest, and you should be able to get back all of those resources.
And hit points, right? If we spend some dice.
Absolutely. Anyone who wants to spend the hit dice, please do.
What else do we use hit dice for?
Nothing.
Typically, nothing. It's just for short rest. In my games, I absolutely hate the Berserker feature of Barbarian. So instead of making you take a level of exhaustion for Frenzy, I make you spend 3 hit dice. That's the only thing I can think of that you would spend on other than short rests. You could tell that I buffed the shit out of marshals.
So
In games like these, they need it.
So if you do rest up to full, make sure that you keep the temporary hit points, and that you also keep, if you were one of the people that had aid, so Ibu and Griff.
It has not been 8 hours, so yeah.
Yeah. So you should have, if you
What's
have
up?
both of those things, you should have 12 hit points above your maximum once you get done spending dice, unless you were really hurt.
Genevieve, can I tell you how much this party missed you?
Yeah, dude.
We didn't want to
100%.
put you at any risk, so we removed you from the last combat. And when I say that things hit way harder without your inspiring leader and aid and everything else you do to quietly buff the party, like,
It was touch and go.
Well, I'm sorry I missed last week.
But it sounded like it was fun.
It was fun, and I'm glad I actually drove instead of taking the plane, because I'm not sure I would have made it at all.
we're so happy that you got to go there, dude. I didn't mean to do that, like.
Oh, no, not at all. It just, like, it really was last minute decision. I was supposed to fly, and
Yeah,
we were
dude.
supposed to get 8 inches of snow, so.
Yeah.
I really wanted to go, had planned on it, but then things, the house isn't done, so yeah.
Does
Well,
it
I
make
think-
sense that you're still doing roast shit now? Like, yeah, we're still doing shit.
I think we'll do it again.
That'll work.
I want to go.
Yeah, if y'all go to Vegas again next year, I got y'all all day long.
I didn't know that we were doing. I don't know. I guess I joined and then there were already tickets sold. whatever.
Yeah, I
think you
joined
joined-
way too early or way too late into it to be able to just hop a flight and roll out.
And not pay an ass load.
Yeah.
I don't really care. Whatever. We'll figure out later. Anyway, but you guys finish off your short rest. It is now 30 minutes after midnight. There are 9.5 hours remaining. What do you do?
I'm gonna go kill the mutated children.
Oh, I was gonna go search the
The
thing. but-
bedroom.
yeah.
Oh, the
At the
bedroom?
moment, the mutated children are still locked away,
Caged.
or at least to the
No,
best
yeah.
of your knowledge. I would like to ask for, and I'm gonna reload my screen real quick, but I would like to ask for their Genevieve.
I just vanished for some reason.
Did you? I might have accidentally deleted you. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna ask for Elena to give me an investigation check, please. That's my bad, Genevieve. Sorry. Oh, you're good. Don't worry about it. You're probably fine. Cool. So I think Elena said that she was about to go and visit the bedroom in the southeast corner.
Yeah, she needs to find the hallway, I guess, first.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm going to move you for the sake of simplicity. And again, guys, I'm going to be moving all of you around in various ways, and I'm gonna slap down a bunch of observer tokens just to make things simple. So don't feel like you gotta slow your tokens everywhere. I'm just gonna move Elena down here, and then I'm gonna drop down an observer token. Again, sorry, I will try to have my streaming up next week. Elena, in this room, which you know to be Dr. Seward's room, you know that there are a pair of shackles bolted to the floor. An empty cage in the southeast corner, where a person could not yet stand, nor sit, nor lie. It's just big enough to where they just be there uncomfortable. You can see a puddle of dried blood all around it. This is where you got the black leather-bound book. And when you look at the walls, when you look at it when you're just coming into this room, it really doesn't look that scary. The bed itself is unused. There's cobwebs about. There's the picture of a young, intellectual-looking man on the south wall, and then a beautiful-looking woman on the west wall.
I'm gonna scope out these pictures, see if there's anything behind it, any doors.
Sure. You know that the picture that you assume to be Dr. Seward is on the south wall. He's a skinny looking man. He has a very mousy looking complexion to him, as if he just looks sketch. The beautiful woman is on the west side of the room. What do you do?
Search the woman.
Okay. I would like you to give me an investigation check, please. Yeah. Okay.
That's an investigation, all right.
So, as you reach behind this one, you find that there is a... Alright, I would like you, and with the absolute knowledge that you succeed, there's nothing terrible that's going to happen to you. Describe to me how you're investigating this painting.
Okay, I'm gonna walk up. I can't quite tell if there's a trunk or something at the foot of that bed, but assuming that that's what I'm seeing, or some sort of step stool, I'm gonna walk up to it, take my hands, feel along the top edge of the picture frame, run my fingers down
High key,
to
I
the
am
bottom, and then I'm gonna bring it into
legitimately
the
falling
ledge
asleep, Jeff.
and gently push at all the corners to see if I can trigger any levers.
I don't know if I'm gonna
Or if
make
there's
it.
any latches. Generally speaking, if there is going to be a latch or something, it's a pressure plate,
I'm
and
pushing my
should
limits
open
here.
a door that'll swing into the room, and that's what I'm looking for.
You're starting the bottom left, and as you're feeling around, you're like, In the instant before you pull the latch on the bottom left-hand side, you notice that the painting's eyes are looking to the upper right. You're like, wait a minute. Why is she looking up there? And there's a lever down here.
Ooh, trap.
You reach up to the top right-hand side and you feel another lever.
It's a
You pull that one, and you hear the snap of several wires on the bottom left-hand side of this portrait disengaging.
Yep.
If you had not pulled the upper right-hand side of this painting, as you swung it open and you look into the left-hand side, it would have been firing crossbows at the first person to open up this painting.
Thief for the win!
You look and you see that there are 3 heavy crossbows all in a row. Each of the arrows are pointing toward you. On the floor in front of you, there is a small chest. What do you do?
Scope it for traps once more. And is there a lock on it?
I would like an investigation check. And yes, there is.
Okay, I do have
Okay.
my thieves tool. If I do not find any traps, I will try to. I will attempt to crack the lock by picking it.
Elena, as you are looking at this chest, you reach back behind you, grab one of the daggers, not one of the combat knives, one of the daggers. You're wanting something a little bit cheaper. You're moving it all around the chest, and you don't see anything that you know of. Explain to me, please, how you open the chest.
Okay. First thing I'm gonna do before I get too deep into this, I'm gonna holler over my shoulder.
Okay.
Hey guys, found something. And all right, we're gonna
I'm
kneel
so
down.
sorry. One moment. The hidden room is opened up to you, and the small chest you're looking at is right here. Now, please continue.
Okay. Hey guys, found something. So I'm in there. I will kneel down in front of it.
Okay.
But in a way that, like, not cross-legged or anything, but actually kneel down so that if something does fire off, I can still kind of duck, hopefully, and roll out of the way.
Okay, sure.
Grab my thieves' tools and
Mm-hmm.
immediately just gently start feeling for all the tumblers. Push, pull, until you get those wonderful clicks, and then only then get everybody in here, just in case I might need a heal.
Okay.
Open the lid.
Lucky shit. Okay. Cool. Give me a thieves' tools check. Elena, I'm so sorry. You move your thieves' tools around in here. There is a sudden clicking noise, but it's not anything good. I would like for you to please give me a... You know what? Let's give me a D100 check, please.
Ooh, that sucks.
Ooh.
Do we have like a D100? I don't see it.
It's on the very far right-hand side, at the very bottom of your chat log. I'd be happy to grab it for you if you need. Oh! Okay! Okay.
Wow.
Unfortunately, your thieves' tools, you you dig around here for a little bit, and you realize that there is a mechanism here that is meant to trigger to release an electric shock to anyone who were to enter in a key that doesn't exactly fit the mechanism. You very gingerly, very delicately withdraw your tools. You look inside and you realize the shock that it was about to deliver was a 3d8 of electric damage.
Ooh.
Quickly pull back your tools and you're like, Elena, what do you say?
Okay. New plan. Hey, Griff.
Yes, ma'am.
Come here for a second.
You got it.
As you say this, you notice that Anubis has entered the room and is kind of looking at you curiously, looking at Griff curiously, like, I can't wait, let's go.
You'll have to move me. I'm
What?
stuck
I'm
behind
so sorry,
Genevieve.
I got you in just a second.
When Elena had said, "Guys, I got something," Arrow had moved in. Could
Okay.
I have seen her do all this with the
Absolutely.
lockpick?
Yeah, sure.
Arrow will bring up. Don't you have the keychain, the ring of keys that Anubis got you?
And as you say this, Anubis is holding up the heavy iron ring, which is his tail is holding it up. Like he himself, he's got his hands just like one hand is underneath his chin, like, really? Okay, that's cool.
That tells me he was looking forward to seeing what kind of mayhem we brought.
100%. Yep.
He's
See, I was
quietly
gonna
hanging out in the
have-
corner, like, oh yeah, let's
I
see
was
this thing.
totally gonna have Griff jam one of my crossbow bolts in the thing and see, because wood doesn't transfer electricity at all. All right. I want you just in case I die or get close to it. I wanted somebody close by. Era brings up a good point. We're gonna see if we can try to find keys that would match.
Okay. And as you look through the keys, there are exactly 4 keys on this thing. Two of the keys look pretty similar. They look like they're meant to fit in those big iron jail cells that you found in the southwest area. One of these keys looks just as heavy and secure and intricate and as powerful as the armor, helm, and sword keys. This key doesn't belong here, and it belongs to a door that is... It's unique. The 4th key is just plain iron. It looks like it might fit.
Piss on it. Let's go.
Yeah.
Elena, you personally stick the key into the chest, is that right?
Yep. Here we go.
You pop it open.
Yes.
Chest opens. I need you to roll on you. I'm just kidding.
And here we go.
As the chest opens, Elena, you can see inside the glint of something shining back at you. You pull out 327 gold pieces. And an intricate jeweled telescope. The telescope appears to be... It's a strange mechanism. It looks like one of those numbers that you might have a sea captain hold up to his eye looking out at the sea. But on the sides of it are hundreds of intricate symbols. Some of these are the zodiac symbols of the Forgotten Realms. Some of these are symbols that only those of you with very specific backgrounds in religion would recognize. Elena, as you pick up this telescope, you can feel that depending on where you're grabbing it, the telescope itself is rotating and clicking and turning as the individual pieces are moving around.
I just got chills.
Elena, what do you do with the telescope?
Would there be any way with all my travels I would have come across any whispers or heard of anything that might describe this item?
Of this specific item? No. But all of your travels, all of your trails, even the ones where you've experienced that have those creatures that have met you in realms where they say, hey, listen, I'm not from here. I don't know where this is. What the fuck is Baldur's Gate? I'm from Eberron. I'm not supposed to be here. Those creatures that you've met from Greyhawk who shared their stories with you about a medieval kingdom, a country lost in time, the zodiac signs they shared with you. These signs are here as well. This item shouldn't be here.
Come on, luck, don't fail me now. Okay, everybody, make sure I don't go anywhere. I'm gonna look through the telescope.
As you press the telescope to your eye, do you press it to your left eye or your right eye?
Left eye.
Pull into your left eye. As you do so, you can hear the mechanisms inside begin to work faster and faster. Starting from the way furthest from you, you can hear that they're turning direction. Where are you looking?
I'm looking right at Griff.
As you look at Griff, at first, you see what you would under any normal circumstances. Griff's towering figure. A sentinel, a wall of steel. In battle, his hand glints with fire, but right now he just looks concerned. As you press the telescope closer to your eye, and the mechanisms begin to swerve faster and faster, you can see that his body ignites in blue and green. You can see a cross-section of his skeletal structure inside. There's a deeper knowledge coming to you. A voice that whispers in the back of your mind. And we'll hear that next week. Thank you so much for playing.
Woo! I was waiting for that.
Oh, I forgot!
I knew it was gonna come.
I know,
Nice.
that was leading into. I was
Nice.
like, and he says, "Kiss my ass, son of a bitch."
Thanks, guys.
Okay, that was awesome. I'm feeling my prognostication for next week is it's gonna be a Healy tool for Genevieve.
I am extremely exhausted.
It might it might be able to light up like the way we're supposed to go. Maybe there's like a hidden door.
All right, chat. It was fun. I appreciate you guys hanging out. We stream every Wednesday from 8 to 11, typically CST. We've only got a couple more sessions in this group. My first group ever. It's been a ball. We've got a lot of WoW content coming soon. That's it. Appreciate you guys for stopping by. Appreciate you guys for watching. I love you all. I will see you soon.